Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Stay humble.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm humble in defeat, and I'm gonna remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Saudia Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass
BoxingVoice.com.
and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. Look at it, like, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? But it takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. It's a hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition with the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, joined alongside Mario Monguia, and we're here to talk some boxing heavyweight division, as it seems we got yet another announcement on an announcement about a fight announcement. Joshua versus Fury. It's going down. Eddie is saying in a little less than a week or in about a week, we should get an official announcement. Contracts are signed, and right now it looks like the fight site is down to either Saudi Arabia and or Qatar for July.
Say what?
Yes, sir. They're saying July for for Fury Joshua, and what's funny is that look, when they say Qatar right away, I think Terrence Bud Crawford. But gentlemen, Alexander Lyonez, New Jersey, what up?
We
Good
chilling.
morning. Good
we
morning.
chilling. What up, fams?
Shit. It looks
What up,
like my man.
fams?
Hold, give him a fucking mushroom.
What up, fams? Yo, we bigging up today. What up? Yo, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this week.
That's what's up, Champy. I'm pumped too. We're getting some clarity on this venue, you know? I mean, they still would love to have it in the UK, I'm pretty sure, but Qatar or Dubai, here we go.
I would have loved for them to have it in the UK. I mean, honestly, it's like you might as well have it in the States if you're going to have it in Qatar. I know that sounds kind of dumb because the money's not the same, but I don't know. It's just like this thing is taking everything from us. It's going to take this big old fight, which it might have happened either way, pandemic or not, but this is like starting to be clown stuff now. I mean, it was already clown stuff, but now
What
it's
do you
starting to be
mean?
like extra clown stuff.
What do you mean? I'm lost.
It's just like so many announcements on announcements. It's like, what's the point at this point? Tell me when the fight's ready. You tell me what date it's on. I'll watch it, but just tell me.
I
Like,
mean,
don't need
there's
no more
a lot of
announcements.
interest. There's a lot of interest. So it's like
I guess.
many people want to pay for this fight.
Oh, a lot of people want to pay for it. They dying to pay for it.
Like site fees. Like many people want to bring it to their location, country.
I hear you. I don't know. I just
Wait a minute. Why don't you sound so optimistic? It's like, yo, this is Eddie Hearn.
Because I'm done. Like, I'm for real done. Like, I'm just, I don't know. I'm just sick of it. It's like every week, it's the same thing. Like, we're going to have announcements about announcements. And I mean, just tell me when the fight's good. You know what? I would rather talk about fighters that want to fight, heavyweights that are going to fight, like Andy Ruiz. He's going to fight Ariola. Is that the fight we want to see? No. But it is a fight that's actually happening. I can give you a date for it. Y'all want to know when it is? I don't know when it is, so don't test me. But it's coming up. I can tell you that. This is just like the same thing every week. It's like, bro, we got it down to which two beers we're gonna serve. We don't know which one, but it's gonna be one or the other. Like, we know we're gonna either give you hot popcorn or hot nuts. We don't know which one yet, but one of them's coming, and it's coming straight from a vendor near you. It's like, and no, the vendor ain't even near us now. He's in Qatar.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Call them Qatar.
I feel the same way, man. I feel like every week there's a new announcement. Every week, there's something new. And every week he's telling us next week. Has anybody noticed he says next week every week?
Bro, everybody's saying next week now.
Let me give you a quick quote about a month ago from Eddie Hearn. He said, we'd like to get a site deal confirmed in the next month. This was in March 15th, by the way. The hard part is always getting everybody to put pen to paper, but this was a major effort from all parties to get this over the line. You had rival promoters, rival networks, and rival fighters. I actually feel we've done the hard part. Speaking for myself, Anthony, and his team at 258 Management, I know how hard we've worked hard these last couple of months, and I just feel that this fight is so big, it's not a difficult sell. We've already had approaches from 8 or 9 sites. The offers have come from multiple countries, and we've heard them, right? Now we're down to 2. It was the Middle East, Asia, Eastern Europe, and America. This is the biggest fight in boxing and one of the biggest sporting events in the world. It would be major win for a country that wants to showcase itself. That was March 15th, guys.
March 15th.
So, let's give Eddie a little credit. He narrowed it down to 2.
Yeah, at least in that quote, he's not saying, we'll have a full announcement next week.
Next week, yeah. I was waiting for the moment he said it.
There's a quote from him on the 30th who says next week he'll be announcing, and now we're on the 5th, and he's saying next week we'll be announcing. So now we're 2 weeks removed from the 30th. And I'm going to just be real, man. Pink elephant in the room. Shout out to Doomy and his new words. You're asking for extensions now. You allegedly signed the contracts, and it was 30 days for parties to agree on everything. Now you need an extension. Does this stem from the Wilder arbitration that people keep acting like doesn't exist but can't give us a solid answer? No one can tell us what happened to the arbitration and mediation. No one can tell us what was the outcome, but everyone wants to act as if it doesn't exist. But it obviously is existing because it continues to hold this fight up. People say that it's not holding it up, but we've been having one entire year of Joshua Fury buildup without anything. No site.
Hey, what happened?
No actual date.
Yeah.
Nothing. No venue. Nothing. Not even a legitimate network. We don't know if it's DAZN. We don't know if it's ESPN. We got a year of clout chasing. A year of remaining in people's mind, but really giving us nothing. They gave us nothing in the whole year.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And I like the way you put that. What did you say? You said the arbitration that everybody seems to know isn't affecting a fight, but nobody could tell us anything about. And that's the bottom line. Is say what you want about whether it's done or who said what about moving forward, but I think we know as much about Tyson Fury and Joshua happening as we do about what's going on with the Wilder arbitration. In that we know very little is what I meant to say by that. I don't know if it's affecting it, but at this point, you'd have to be overly optimistic, thinking that it's not, because I don't get it. The way that my brain works is it says, okay, these guys at this point are probably as sick of this as I am. They're the ones that stand to make the money. On the night that Joshua Fury fight, I'm going to lose money. You know what I'm saying? Assuming that we have to pay for it in the States. But they stand to make the most money out of it. I would assume at this point it's you know what, man, take whatever Qatar is hanging out. If the bongos want to make a site fee too, they could do it too, and we'll take the guitar and the bongos, whatever. We do all that, right? But that's not what's going on. They keep, pushing the goalposts back in extensions and all that, right? And it's just kind of driving off the fight. So it's it stands to reason that something must be holding this up, and that something very well could be the Wilder stuff. I mean, what else could it be at this point?
I don't know, man. Look, to the casual fan, the holdup is agreeing on the site and, allowing whatever parties are interested to bid for the fight. So,
but how long does that process take, and how long have we, that's what I'm saying is,
think about it.
Go ahead.
Nine people you're negotiating with at the
Sure.
same time. 9 people asking for 9 different things. Countries deal with 9 different types of entry regulations, and then you got to go with the what's going on in the country. I mean, I'm surprised to see what the what's going on in Dubai and Qatar. Is everything right? The first time that the fights were being taken over there, the big fights, that is, like the Andy and AJ fight, it was a big talk about the rights, the human rights, and this and the safety, and everything turned out fine. So there's just a whole bunch of stuff that goes into this. I know that we get frustrated, we want the fight. We've been getting frustrated since the arbitration began, since we missed out on the first fight with Fury and Wilder. So these things do take a little bit of time, and I think that we're at the end of the race here. All that has to happen now is the choice has to be made between those two countries. Now, there was other quotes in that article that I was going to read to you guys. They always hint to Eddie Hearn wanting one of these fights to happen in the UK. And I think that and he said it in this quote, and I'll read. I think it's about where, and of course, there's 2 British heavyweight world champions, and if one of those fights at least didn't take place in the UK, it would be a shame. And I've heard Eddie Hearn talk like this in a couple of interviews. So UK is still, I believe, a horse in the race, man. I think that they really want one of those fights to happen in the UK.
Yeah, I mean,
you think that's the holdout?
That's absolutely one of the reasons they're stringing us along. I mean, Eddie came out and said that AJ would rather take less money and fight in Wembley than take more money and fight somewhere else. But
he did say that there had to be a certain amount of fans that could be there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he spoke about that.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that definitely could be a hindrance, and I 100% see that. I think at this point, though, if we're going to take this long, and if it's going to continue to, go down this road, and the UK doesn't get it, that would just be a shame. Like, if I know this whole time they're fighting to try to keep that fight where it should be, then okay, that's fine. But if all this time that's been taken to end up in Dubai or Qatar or wherever, like, that is where, for me, it's like that's a ball dropping of the most epic proportion. Pause. But I think that when it finally does get announced, and if it's not some place that inspires, like a Wembley or O2 or something like that, then it's, I don't know, what was all this for, other than to line the pockets of a lot of people?
I think there's a tighter timeline than what we may know.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean, based off the article with John Fury, where he's telling Eddie, and I quote, so get your ass in gear, mate, wave your magic wand, and let's get this fight started. Nobody's worried about you or AJ in any way, shape, or form. And if you can't put up, then shut up. Do that. This John Fury telling Eddie, stop the bullshit. You got us sitting. You got us waiting. Where's this fight? He says, he said, we're not bothered about Anthony Joshua, 1 iota. And here's what you can do. If you want a fight in June, get ready for June, Eddie. We'll take him as a warm-up fight. We value Anthony Joshua that much that we'll take him as a warm-up fight in June. This is John Fury. John Fury. Now, Eddie, because there's some UK, dudes very mad that I used the word extension. But Eddie goes on to say, we always had a time frame in place in the agreement that everybody signed. That can be extended, but it's not the intention to extend, and we're all working to that time frame. We can't wait. Now, this article also suggests that time frame was 3 weeks, not 4 weeks. And let me just find that.
See, I thought when you said extension, I thought you were talking about the fight dates, because it was like they had talked about May, June. Now they're talking June, July. Now I'm here July, August.
I'm talking negotiation extensions.
Got you. Okay.
They signed and in 30 days they were supposed to have it hammered out. So now he needs an extension. Okay. He needs an extension on those 30 days because the time is ticking, and he said he could get it done in 30.
It's 10.
So I'm looking. I'm just trying to look for that.
Y'all all seen Tyson Fury carrying the cross?
Yes.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
What you thought about that? What you thought about that? You brought it up?
He was bearing his cross. You know, we all bear a cross. You know what I'm saying? The man was carrying his cross and barefooted too. I don't know where he was, but you know, he does believe in God.
I didn't get some of the rhetoric about it. Like, there was a lot of stuff being said, negative and positive, and I didn't get a lot of it. And it's probably because I don't fully know the history or understand all the context of it. You know, I mean, like, there's some continuity that I guess say that we all understand to a degree, but then there's some that, like, some people were saying, you know, I don't even want to get into it. I didn't fully get it.
I found it here. So he says, the article says Hearn and Fury's co-promoter Bob Arum gave themselves a 3-week deadline to clear these final but significant hurdles. So 3 weeks, not 4 weeks, gentlemen. 3 weeks, not 4 weeks. So extensions will be asked for soon enough. We got a super chat from Victor Oleru. Sounds French, huh?
A little bit.
Ness, remember I told you there is no Wilder Fury 3 fight. Here you go. I don't know if you noticed, but we're actually debating whether this is gonna happen, right? Like, oh, it's an announcement. We got an announcement. When you're gonna actually announce a fight? How about a venue? How about a date? How about a broadcaster? So I don't know what you mean, man, but thanks for the $5 telling me that this fight is more secure than the other fight when neither have anything.
What other fight?
Uh-oh.
Bullet, big up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Big up yourself. Shout out to my whole entire family. You know what I'm saying? I call them they my family. Nestor, Mario, and Alex. What's up, Mario? I haven't seen you in a little bit, man.
Yo,
but
you said family. I love that.
I know. I thought you actually
hated
it and shit.
He made his own
I
word
said it
up.
on purpose.
That it was, man. Come on, y'all know I'm crazy like that, man. But on a real note, though, shout out to my Lord and Savior for another one, because without him, none of this would be possible. I had to mix it in so the people, it didn't go over their head. You know what I'm saying? It's my family and it's the panel, so it's the panel. You know how I go. Nice. Appreciate y'all, man. The site feed for Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua has been coming for months. They've changed it from here to there and there to there. So, you know what I'm saying? When they get in the ring, I'll be excited. Till then, let's talk about Qatar, Saudi Arabia. Which one do you guys prefer?
I mean, I prefer
I like
any.
electric guitar.
I prefer any. I prefer any venue. I prefer an announcement. That's what I want.
Yeah, look, preference. They're both in the Middle East, though, Francis. So I don't know what I get more from either or. If I'm a fan, if it's traveling and stuff like that. I mean, you know, when these fights are put out there, they're really for the princes and all the bigwigs of that country. Like, it's not like. Yeah, it's not like, you know, regular Al is gonna go buy, you know, a $45 ticket and go enjoy the fight. Like, it's not happening. So, you know, if I get excited, it's probably gonna be for the, you know, for the show, the spectacle type of stuff they might do. But
I want to ask you guys, why do you think Eddie gets blamed for everything? Right? Like Wilder AJ negotiations, they blamed Eddie. It was Eddie's fault.
He's always in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Now it's Fury.
He's an easy target.
Now it's Fury Joshua negotiations, and they're blaming Eddie. It's Eddie's fault. You got Bob saying Eddie wasn't supposed to legally be talking, and he's talking. You got John saying Eddie got his son signing shit that don't mean shit, and his son is gonna fight 2 times this year with or without AJ. I mean, And again, we got a fight that they keep announcing that hasn't really truly officially been announced.
And also him saying, wave your magic wand. That sounds like he thinks he's much more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that caught that, but
no. But who said that?
No, I think that was a shot.
John Fury said
I think
that
that's a shot. I think that's a shot. Like, oh,
no,
you,
so do I.
you claim
I think
to
that's a
be
shot.
You claim to be this big shot match
Exactly.
promoter. Well, make it fucking happen, buddy. That's what I heard.
That's exactly how I took it too. But that's what I'm saying. It goes back to what Doomy was saying and the question you were asking. For me, that's exactly what that is. It's like, well, you're the head honcho. You're the big wig here. You know, you do your thing that you say you're capable of doing. Like, that's kind of like trying to throw it back in his face. Like, so then if everything that goes right about this is based off of how hard Eddie Hearn worked, then everything that goes wrong about it and every setback also has to land squarely on your shoulders. It's like, you know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Is that how it goes?
That's right.
That's exactly how it goes. Hey, yo. Shout out to all my gunners out there, man. Arsenal all day, Arsenal all day.
Yo, now when you got dog.
Not when
you put
it's upside down.
You put
I know I did. I seen it, but I didn't want to.
Your whole team is gonna go against you now.
Shout out to everybody out there in the UK for tuning in with us, man, and everybody in TBV land. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button on your way in if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it. It does help YouTube know that you enjoy what we do and what you're listening to and watching. Shout out. Also, don't forget, man, you ain't gotta do all that. Just call in, man. Hit us on Skype. You know what I'm saying? And talk your talk, man. We talking about Qatar, Saudi Arabia fights. Site is down. I don't believe it, but I hope you guys gotta let me know. Do you believe it? Not you, the panel. Do the people believe it, man?
I'm wishing on a star.
Yo, what do you guys think about July and what other fights are official for July? Because if this is really July, like, let's put it in the schedule. Like, what week does it happen? What other fights are happening these weeks of July? Anything announced? Anything big in July? Or is that a clear free month for Joshua Fury and we won't have any what we like to call counter promoting programming with another broadcaster? Is this going to be free and clear of obstruction from other networks and boxing entities?
If I was another network or another promoter trying to put on a fight, I would stay clear of this one. You know, I wouldn't try to obstruct, like you said, anything that I would want to be, performing in high numbers. You know, I don't think anybody tries to book a date near the same week as that fight. You know, I think it'd definitely be effective in the numbers.
I don't think that we'll see like a big name like a Charlo or like a Spence or anything like that book a date on that week, but I wouldn't blame anybody, honestly. Like, if it does happen, if there is some sort of counter program, like if we have like this, and I'm not trying, like, man, I don't even want to say this. People are gonna be like, look, you said it and it happened. Like, if there's like a PBC Fox Sports show, like, I'm not even going to be mad at this point, because it's like, first of all, we know what those shows kind of are. It's like the B schedule, but it's also a thing where, I mean, you can't just call the entire month of July. You can't just call the entire summer. You can't just, this isn't a blockbuster movie. Like, this isn't Terminator 14. Like, this is a boxing match. Like, put it on, like, we're supposed to know, and it's like, it's going to be at some point in July. So what, is nobody else supposed to book July?
But dude, this is Terminator fucking 13. Like, it's 14, 15. I mean, it's Joshua Fury for all the belts, all the marbles.
Yo, did you just say Terminator?
I mean, we keep it in boxing. We keeping it boxing over here.
The name of your new Keith Thurman pay-per-view.
That was kind of dope. The Terminator. Yo,
I love it.
Real quick super chat by Hervi Ayisi. Yeah, it was pretty tough. He's
a lot of Nigerians coming out for AJ, man. They saving AJ in the super chats.
So my man got the gear on, and you said
I thought he was from the UK, Doomy. I thought he was in Nigeria.
Yeah, yo. Why is Camp Fury blaming Matchroom? What about Bob?
Told you. They protecting AJ and Eddie. Like, don't blame Matchroom. It's Bob's fault. Yo, didn't Tyson say he signed? Isn't Eddie the one looking for venues in different countries? How we gonna blame Bob, who's in his office saying, we've gotta wait? You know what I'm saying? Like, Eddie ain't saying nothing else.
Yo, that was good, dog.
Eddie ain't
that
saying nothing. Bobby
I looked at the
saying nothing
camera like,
else.
did he morph into Bob and shit?
I was like, damn, he didn't tell
You
us.
shapeshifter.
You gotta wait.
Yo, it was good, right? It wasn't just the voice. It was like
that was dead on, bro. That was dead on. That's what
Bobby,
Nah, you're right though. You're right. No, go ahead.
I'm just saying, how are we blaming Bob? Bob is doing nothing but, agreeing. Like, that's it. That's all he's doing, man. He's not the one saying, well, we're talking to Qatar and we're talking. No, he's saying, look, these countries say they want it. They got to show it. Like, he's like us. Show and prove, bro. Show and prove. Show us the money.
Yeah, and they're kind of putting Eddie to the test here. It's like one of those things where if you look at the trajectory that Matchroom has been on, like there's like a tale of two Matchrooms, right? There's the Matchroom before the Dazn deal, which is kind of like a fledgling, right? Is that how you say it?
Yep. Promotion,
like very, kind of obscure. They had a couple big fighters, and now it's like this powerhouse. And a lot of it's based off of what they did with Dazn. Now we know there's Sky contracts coming up. There's like a lot to be positive about if you're Eddie Hearn. But then, like we said, you also widen the target on your back. Sam in the UK just reminded me of the stuff that I saw from this morning about De La Hoya coming after Eddie. Everybody's coming after Eddie. And like, here's the thing. As a fight fan, I'm looking back at somebody criticizing Eddie about trying to monopolize the sport. And I'm like, good.
Yes.
Become the UFC.
Yes.
I'm happy. Like, you're mad, De La Hoya, because you're not becoming Dana White at the UFC. That's why you're mad. But what do you think you're saying bad?
De La Hoya, you had the opportunity.
And so what do you think that I'm mad about? I'm going to be mad that everybody's going to be fighting under one banner and they're all going to be fighting each other? No, I'm not fucking mad about that.
Let's get this clear. AJ Ruiz happened in Saudi Arabia. Dazn and Eddie are the only ones that have done shows in the Middle East. Dazn did the World Boxing Super Series.
Great point.
Eddie did AJ Ruiz 2 times. 2 times. So you weirdos who are defending and protecting AJ and Matchroom saying, well, what's Bob doing? Bob's just sitting around. Is Bob the one that has the connects in Qatar and Saudi Arabia? Is he the one that put on the shows? No, that's why everybody's putting the ball in Eddie's court, because he's the one that has pre-existing relationships. Everyone is assuming that
he got phone number.
Everybody's assuming that he's already gotten cold conversations like, hey, man, if you could really bring that fight, let's sit down. You know what I'm saying? So the pressure's on Eddie because he's done and conducted business in that area.
But real quick,
it's not up to Bob to find a location when Eddie came to him and said, hey, let's do this super fight. I got all this foreign money.
Nah, but you heard what Eddie Hearn said, man. Bob, where's your mojo? He's not.
Hold on a second, man.
He's not getting the help.
No,
but real quick before you jump
Bob,
back in.
No. Hold on. He wants Bob to have a mojo because Bob is also bad mouthing the fight. So he's telling Bob and John Fury, hey, I'm out here flying around the world. I watched the interview. He said, I'm flying around the world, wasting money, private jets, going to different countries, entertaining offers. And when I get there, they see in the headlines that John Fury and Bob are saying XYZ. So it's counterproductive. And I get that. But at the same time, John Fury and Bob are on the outside like, brother, you said this was a shoo-in. You said this was zippity-doo-dah. And it's taking longer than the 30. We're coming up on a 30. You're going to ask for an extension. We keep pushing it back. It was June, now it's July. Is it going to be August? Like, when are we going to announce for real? We're announcing that we signed. We're announcing that we agreed. Can we announce a venue, a date, an actual fight, maybe an undercard?
But it's kind of hard to put that only on Bob. It's hard to put that alone on Bob because Bob is looking at making a deal with Manny Pacquiao in the Middle East. So he's supposed to have some type of connection, some type of contact. Not as much as Eddie Hearn would make it this particular deal. Not with this particular deal, I understand, but I'm pretty sure he got some type of connection.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure he's gotten phone calls from Qatar throughout the years, having all the many great fighters that he's had. But you and I both know that he has no connections in Qatar for the Manny Pacquiao fight. That's why it's fake news. It's completely fake news, you know.
Fake.
Bob is good at what he does. Like we you know, he'll tell you.
He's a lawyer.
He'll tell you Ugas, Thurman, Porter, and then give you Brooke. Remember, this is what he does. Like we know that. So, I mean.
So what do you guys have to say about what Eddie said in this same article that I've been getting you guys these quotes from? He says, "I know ultimately people think it's my decision, but it's really not. Mm-hmm. We will take all the offers that will come from all around the world and present them to both teams and both fighters. Ultimately, normally the biggest offer wins."
Yep.
And
I mean, that's how it should work. Like, that's why it seems so simple sometimes.
Well, actually,
and it's like,
no, Mario. Remember, Eddie said that AJ wants to fight in Wembley. So even if that offer isn't the biggest, AJ's 100% in Wembley. He'd rather do it in front of 100.
That's true. That's a good point. But I think that's like the thing that makes it kind of frustrating, because it's like, okay, it takes time to field these offers. All right, fine. So then for the last like 6 months, and every single time somebody's come out and said, well, there's a contract written up. Oh, they just put ink to paper. Well, they've tentatively agreed, or like they've verbally agreed. Yes. And now this time and it's like all those things. During that time, I thought that's what you were doing. I thought you were fielding offers.
Yes.
Like, I thought you were doing all this stuff. And so it's like, now, what did you do? You wanted them to say that they were going to fight each other 20 times before you started to, like, actually try to get the fight. I don't know.
Honestly, let me ask you guys, look, we're not rich. You know, we don't have, huge, successful promotional companies. But, like, if you were getting 9 offers to fight Show Kid, Mario, how hard and long would it take you to go through I mean, ultimately, isn't the number what you care about? Yeah, somebody's gonna call in and be, smart and say, "Hey, Ness, what about the fine print? They can make Mario come out in a pink tutu." Yeah, we get all that, but ultimately, we're looking at the number, right? Like,
I'm saying, Ness, what is the highest number there is? That's all I'm saying.
So why does it take so long to go through 9 offers?
And if you're like, okay, the highest number is 400,000. But it's in like the jungle in Amazon. It's like, oh, but you could do 385,000 in Vegas. Like, those are simple things to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if the number isn't the highest, it's like, go ahead.
If your highest number is 20 and mine is 50, are you okay with that?
Wait. Elaborate. What do you mean by that? You mean that's what he's getting paid? That's what you getting paid?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I mean, who did we have on the show that told us, fighters need to stop worrying about what's in everyone else's pocket? Shout out to Akin Barak, Sweet Scientist. They also had Eddie, and he was talking about that. Like, Eddie made a great example. He's like, yo, I could come to Mario and say, yo, I'm going to give you $100,000 to fight Show Kid. Mario's going to be like, wow, $100,000. Thank you, Eddie. How much is Show Kid making? And that's the point. Like, you see what his question was the same thing. Like, oh, if you're making this and he's making that, like,
yeah,
dudes need to worry about their own wallet.
That's because that's what generally happens more often.
You know what though? Like, yeah, like it's just to like, I guess to argue for that point. Like, if I'm worrying, it's not that I'm worrying about what you're getting paid in the sense that like what's going in your pocket. I just want to make sure that I'm being treated equally, at least close to
aren't
equal
you being
as you.
Aren't you be? Why do you have to be equal to me? And
not exactly equal, but close.
But why? Why do you have to be equal or close to me? Why can't you just be content with what you got? If you never made 10 million, why are you asking what I'm about to make? You never made 10 million. You never made 10 million.
That's like, but that example right there could be, it could be given across the whole board with anybody. But at the end of the day, if we're speaking about boxing and the business of boxing, and shout out again to Protect Yourself at All Times, which will be airing this Tuesday, April 6th, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time on the Fight Network YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out, because it's going to be a crazy debut. AC has been working on this for a little bit now. Project's done. We're ready to go. We're excited. So yeah, what was I going to segue into?
Yeah, you took us off the loop. But look, we're talking Vegas anyway.
The loop is why you worry about
purse. Thank you, Francis, for bringing me back in. So it's like, why am I not going to worry about it? Because this business of boxing is a little treacherous. And like, shit, if I'm getting 600,000 out here, yeah, I never got paid 600,000. Yeah, I'm happy as hell. But like, if the other guy's getting like 8 million, I'm like, damn, all right, well, was I treated fair enough?
But
I'm happy with the money I'm getting.
But this is the thing. If I come to you and say, "Doomy, how much do you want to fight Francis?" And you like, "Man, I'll fight Francis for 5 million," and I say, "Done."
Okay, I capped myself.
Why is your next question? But what's Francis getting? You just asked me for a number and I gave it to you.
Or it shouldn't be.
That's different though. If I capped myself, I shouldn't be talking about anything else. If I asked you for something and you gave it to me,
I mean, listen, Eddie's conversation with Akim Barak was clearly hypothetical, but it made complete sense to me. If I, as a promoter, am making you happy financially, why are you worried about what the other man is making? It's simple. What does Mario want to fight Showkid? Not what does Mario want is contingent on what Showkid is getting. That's why we don't get the fights. Because if you come to Bud and you like, yo, here's 40 million for the Earl fight, why ain't he happy with 40 million and he never got that? He never even made 10. Why is he gonna ask, well, what's Earl getting? If you come to Joshua and say, here's 100 million for the Anthony, I mean, if you come to Fury with 100 million, say, here, 100 million for you to fight Anthony Joshua. Why should he worry about how much Joshua is getting? You never got 100 million.
Joshua getting 250. You're like, nah, I don't want to fight, yo.
Exactly. And that's the problem, the major problem with boxing, bro. Dudes want to know what the next man is getting.
Can I go on the other side real quick just to ask you a question? Yeah. Why is it so difficult? Why would it, from your standpoint, do you find it difficult to share that information, if you don't mind me asking, with the other team so that we, you know what I mean? I guess transparency, I guess? I'm not sure.
Everybody's in their pocket.
It is fair to share that information. It is fair. You want to know what someone is getting paid, you should be entitled, especially if you're fighting them. But what you need to also remember is, if you are being offered something that you're happy with, why are you now not happy because the other party is making more than you?
It all goes back to like feeling, treated a little less than the other guy. When you tell me that I cap myself is one thing, but like if I'm negotiating and I didn't ask for a number, but you gave me a number, and then I later find out that the number's significantly lower than my opposition's number, and it's not like my opposition's like miles away in fame from me, I'm gonna feel a little way. I'm like, damn, what happened here? Why is this side of the team? Man, and it's not just the boxer, Ness, it's not just the boxer, it's the team. Because whatever the boxer gets is being obviously what happened? Dispersed to the team. So it's like if I'm making 600, that's what I'm able to share, or that's what I'm able to allocate to my team, to my management, to my trainer, and all that stuff. So it's like, it's not just about the boxer, and it's what Eddie said. It's about both teams. Both teams have to be, I'm pretty sure the boxers sit down with their teams and they discuss this stuff. Manager discuss this stuff. Everybody wants a little piece of heaven, a little piece of the pie. And if you're giving me, tiny little slices, I'm not going to be able to share with my team as much as you're sharing. So I think that it's something that just goes along with how the fight's being negotiated from the rip. I don't think it applies to everything.
Ness, wrong. Hold on, Ness, you're not wrong. Hold on, you're not wrong, because when you get a job, they always tell you, do not share what you make with your other coworkers so that there is no anarchy in the workplace. So you're not wrong. You know what I'm saying? In general, 9 to 5, that's how they really tell you how to do it. Don't share what you're making in case somebody feels like they're making less or more. I got to go talk to HR to see what's going on, because I'm either doing the same work or more than them. The same thing applies when these negotiations, right?
I just want to be clear and give people some facts, because obviously, you don't talk boxing for a living. So, you're not going to remember every detail. So a lot of people are like, oh, whoa, you're such a hypocrite. Isn't that what Wilder did? Didn't Wilder ruin the offer because he wanted to know what AJ was making? Absolutely. But guess what happened there? He was not given the opportunity to know what AJ was making, to turn around and decide, fuck what he's making. 120 is good for me. The difference in that negotiation was they said, no, we can't tell you. Why would I do business with people like that? Why am I not entitled to know and make my decision? Like, all right, he's getting 250 mil. I'm only getting 120. Fuck it. But I can't know at all? Well, that seems shady to me. I'm going to walk away. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all sound really dumb. Like, think about that. You know, you can still take the lesser amount, but why can't you know? Is that not questionable? I mean, I think again, these dudes haven't never done business. They never closed on anything. Probably still haven't bought a car financed or anything. Like, you got a hoopty and you asking these questions.
You are sitting in your mum's spare room,
exactly,
just tickling your bollocks.
Exactly. They've never signed
you
anything.
Got the perfect one.
Nah, look, it's a business that has a lot of moving parts. A lot.
Word.
You shout out to AC again.
Me and Alex just got signed to the zone. Yo, Alex, what'd you get? What'd you get? Yo, I got 50K signing bonus. Yo, I only got 25K. Yo, I'm about to call John and Eddie. What's going on?
Like, wait a minute, they're paying y'all in cash?
Listen to Carlito.
They gave me peso. No.
Listen to Carlito, right? Let me give y'all some. Let me have y'all answer some questions. What's the biggest, I guess, would it be right word, Mario, is stigma around Al Heyman? What's the biggest stigma around Al Heyman that comes to mind? I say Al Heyman, what comes to your head? Go.
Shadow Realm.
Big Bang.
Yeah.
Shadow
Mafia.
Realm. Mafia. You. Wow, that's disrespectful. What?
Big
I didn't mean like Mafia.
Cool.
I meant like,
all right,
I didn't mean he's in the Mafia. I meant like he handles his stuff like a mobster. Like, you know what I mean? Like
that type of omerta.
Let's
move on.
Let's move on to the point. Let's move on to the point. Check this out. Carlito from the UK. Carlito from the UK. And obviously it's always a UK dude that has another angle because they're the most butthurt, right? So Carlito from the UK says, lies, Ness. Wilder could have gone back to the zone, but instead they went straight to the media to say it's all done. So now, when I say, what's the first word comes to mind? When you say Al Heyman, Doomy said Shadow Realm. Definition of Shadow Realm for you and Al Heyman, just so that people know what you mean by that.
Yeah, I jokingly, I say Shadow Realm, but I say that he works in silence. He does his work in silence. You don't know what's going on until you see something cool happening. So
you definitely ain't seeing him.
Yeah, so you know.
Wait. What you said, Francis?
You definitely ain't seeing him.
Okay, and Mario?
I said he works like he operates like a mob boss, where it's like, you know, you gotta get through another dude to get to him. Like, you ain't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I love it.
You got to talk to Carmine.
I love this. I love this.
Get to Carmine. Carmine gonna talk to Fredo. Fredo gonna talk to, you know, homie, and they gonna come.
All
to
right.
me.
So now,
No
with all those things in mind, right? Do you guys think Al Heyman was upset? Right, the man that we don't see, the man that isn't seen, the man that doesn't come out. He went to the meeting with Dazn. It was him, Shelly, and Wilder. So you telling me when Al's in the room and asking what AJ's making and they say we can't give you that information, Wilder and his team is supposed to go back to Dazn? You just had the man you don't see ever in your building and you played games.
In your office room.
But you don't want us to go to the media and say that y'all was playing with the man you don't meet. Man, shut the fuck up, man. You fucking weirdo. Like, shut up. Think about it. You said mob boss. He said Shadow Realm. So you finally get the man out and into an office to negotiate. The man you don't see.
And you play with his time?
Come on, man. Only I see that? Y'all just weirdos, man. Man. I love it. AJ fans are super protectors.
Hold on. He's supposed to give you another opportunity to play with his time again? That's crazy to me, man. That shit don't happen like that, man. Y'all let me know. Is that true, Alex? Mario?
What?
Is he supposed to just waste his time again? Mr. Heyman, who doesn't make time really for anybody other than the things he has to do?
Nah, he don't gotta waste his time, man. And you're right. You know, you get him out. you want to lock in the deal right away.
Get him out of his slumber. No, yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you're gonna, here's the thing: is he gonna waste his time again? No, but the only way, like, yes, he'll waste his time if you're gonna make it worth his time again. And now you got to come back even harder. Now you got to come back even bigger. Like, you give somebody respect, then that's all they'll kind of expect from you. But when you don't give them that respect, then you got to go over the top to kind of like make up for the, you know what I mean? Like, especially a guy like that. And again, I don't know that about the man, right? I've literally seen him in person 2 times in my entire life. Never met him, never spoke to him. But I mean, that's just everything I've ever gotten back, you know, and that's all I can do. Like, I can't, you know, make my basis off of personal interactions. I can only make them off of, you know, so I don't think he would unless it's like, unless you're really making up for it. Like, well, did I mention we're going to give your entire family 4 sets of cars? Like, oh, okay, well, then I'm going to the meeting. Let's go.
Real quick, let's hit these super chats up real quick, guys. You got Hervey at CC came back and said, get your facts right and ask, I am not Nigerian. That's right, Hervey. He saw the gear. He saw the African cloth on you, you know what I'm saying? That I don't know what you call that gear, but you know he assumed Nigeria.
It has like a name, like a specific.
So Herb, where you from? Let us know in the chat, champ. You know Africa is the continent. What country are you from? Coach Myers on the super chat said, I would want to know the amount you make also, Ness, because that tells me how much our fight is actually worth. Bah!
Exactly. And I said Wilder was within his right to ask how much was AJ making. It was up to them to be up front and give him that amount and allow him to say, you know what? F what you making, 120 million guaranteed is enough for me. But when you don't give him that information, he thinks the meeting is shady. It's just simple. I mean, I don't understand how is that so hard to understand?
Yeah.
Like, I'm at a meeting with all the big wigs. Al Heyman is there, and our only question is, well, what's AJ making? And everybody's saying, well, we can't tell you.
Nah, this is what they said, champ.
Don't ask me that question.
All right, so why wouldn't I feel uneasy? Why wouldn't a person feel uneasy, Francis? Why
That's like you
going.
He walked off. That's like saying, like, hey, we going to the meeting, and like, you know, we going to the meetup spot. Don't bring guns. Like, wait, do you got guns? I can't tell you if I got guns. Like, wait, what? That's yo, that don't make me feel right. But it's like you go into that situation, and it's one thing for them to like say, like, well, we can't give you those numbers right now. Like, we don't have enough information. But it's another thing to say, we're not going to give you those numbers, like, ever. Don't ask again.
How am I supposed to know what kind of split this fight is? How am I supposed to know if it's a 50-50, a 60-40, a 40-60?
They don't want you to know.
That's not cool, bro.
And again, Floyd, he was entitled to know. And he decided, all right, Oscar, I'm taking 30%. But they gave him the opportunity to take 30%. Don't shame.
I see what you're saying.
Don't shame Wilder for not taking 120 if he doesn't know 120 of what. 120
That's
of
right.
what? And FYI, people love to talk about this 120 like it was a one-fight deal. The shit was 4 fights.
So what about the people that would turn around and say, okay, but then you just said, you know, Mario, how much do you want? How much is it worth to you to fight Showkid? And hold on, let me ask it like this. So in the same sense, when you said that, I said, you know what, Ness is very correct about it, because it would be the same thing like you saying how much you want to fight Showkid. Well, what's it worth to me? To have to get in shape, to have to lose the weight, to show up on fight night, to starve myself for 4 or 5 days, to do X, Y, Z, what's that worth? Well, then I would say the same thing like, okay, hey, I need you to paint my house. Well, what's it worth for me to have to go to the store, wait in line, get the paint, do all that shit, right? But then if you're coming to me in the same situation saying, okay, well, how much is it worth? And I undercut myself, right? By not knowing how much everybody else is getting. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, what would you say to the people that are making both those arguments to where they're saying, well, you want X, Y, Z
I'm making
to
both
fight.
arguments. I'm making both. I'm saying
I know that's
Wilder.
what I'm saying.
I'm saying Wilder.
But they contradict themselves.
No, Wilder. Listen, Wilder. Okay. I'm agreeing with you. Wilder should worry about what he's making.
Got it.
And then we would have gotten the AJ fight.
Yes.
But Wilder can also be right in wanting to know what AJ is making.
Sure, absolutely.
And guess what? If AJ and them would have told him, we still could have gotten the fight. Don't you get it?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, he would have been probably like, you know, he would have scaled it out and said, you know what?
He wasn't.
I'm good with that.
He
That's
wasn't
so much
given,
less complicated
listen to me.
than I thought it would be.
Instead of me being Wilder and thinking like, okay, like I'm getting 120, but like these dudes probably getting like 300.
Listen to me,
Like,
because that's what I would go off of. That's what I would think.
But he wasn't given the opportunity to even say, well, fuck, man, they trying to give me 30% or 20% of this fight. I'm going to take it. Again, you know, people want to make him out as this duck. He took 12-5. He took that. They the ones didn't want to give him a rematch. So now they giving him triple that, and you think it's a problem. No, he just wants to know, just like you want to know, just like I want to know. Everyone wants to know. When AJ fights, we want to know what he's making. Most fighters that fight, we want to know what they're making. All of a sudden, we can't. This doesn't make sense. When he fought Ruiz, the biggest purse AJ's ever made. He's coming to America making more money than he's ever made. Why is it a problem today? Like, you understand, don't you see the shadiness? Like, we can announce AJ's making $100 million versus Fury, but can't tell you what he was gonna make versus Wilder. Don't you see the fucking, like John Fury saying, this fight is worth $250 million each. But we can't know what
Fury
Wilder.
said, I'm not fighting unless I got a pocket full of money.
But we couldn't know what Wilder and AJ was making. No, not AJ. When it comes to AJ versus Wilder, no, AJ Fury's happening. They're telling you, they're gonna split $100 million up to $100 million each. But when it was AJ and Wilder, can't tell you. Am I the only one that thinks that's shady?
No,
nah.
When it was Joseph Parker, 37, 33. Now it's Wilder. Don't talk. But Joseph Parker will tell you how much we gave him. Think about it, child. Oh, what about Big Baby? Didn't we know what he was gonna make versus AJ? But when it's Wilder, we can't tell you what AJ's making versus Wilder.
Oh, you're right.
It's
but
just
it's
shady
like
business.
but at the same time, like, you know,
There's no defense for that, Mario.
well, no. What I'm saying is that they're like in such a losing position. You know what? I'm not even gonna make that point. Never mind.
Mario, just tell me the fighter that fought AJ that we didn't know how much AJ made.
No, that's not that. There is none.
Exactly. Why was it a secret versus Wilder? That's shady business.
I agree. No, I agree with that point. That wasn't the point I was trying to, and it wasn't even that I was trying to argue a point. It was more about fans and going back to the, you know, counting other people's pockets, and you know, it's just like you're in such a bad position. It's like pay-per-view numbers, right? And this is the only thing I'll say. And if you get this, then you'll get the point I was trying to make. It's like pay-per-view numbers, right? If you just say you're not going to release them, it's the safest thing. People are going to hound you. They're going to talk shit to you. They're going to give you all the shit. But if you come under their expectations, they're gonna hound you. But guess what? You're never gonna hit everybody's expectations. Like, everybody's gonna always think you're making too much or too little, or, you know, not enough. And it's like, it goes back to the same thing with you know, money. But the split though itself, and not allowing Wilder to fully understand, you know, the position, that's definitely shady.
Well, let's open up the phone lines, man. See what the people got to say.
People.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Don't forget the number to call in, 1-425-55. What is yo? Okay. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you could also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world. Looks like we're gonna go out to
who?
To Dom. I mean, actually, Dom in Seattle. Yes, sir. How are you, buddy?
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife. Cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Champ.
Yo.
What I
Yep. Yeah, I got hold on one sec. I got my yeah. So I think it's crazy that they're doing that. It's funny because they did that to Deontay Wilder, but now they're letting people know how much. It's because they didn't want to make the fight with him.
True.
So why let him know when you can just move on and go with Joseph Parker? And didn't he get like 30?
I mean, Joshua been getting 30.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So what's the announcement for what's his name?
AJ?
Crawford. Who's didn't they?
Crawford's announcement is that he's gonna make an announcement.
That's a good one. Man. All right, but shout out to TBV and shout out to the back call. Hopefully, put that Band-Aid on there and get everybody back. That's my call.
All right. No comment. I mean, there's plenty of people right here in the back call. What is he talking about? Coach Myers, Connecticut.
Coach Myers.
Yo, good morning. Good morning.
Buenos dias.
Hey, do y'all think? All right, so the AJ Fury fight most likely will be on ESPN also, correct?
I mean, you know, it's hard to tell, right? Hard to tell.
All right, so my question is, do you think the Crawford quote unquote Pacquiao quote unquote announcement might have something to do with them securing the date for AJ Fury? Because ESPN is going to be broadcasting both.
I mean, I guess, but didn't Crawford?
You can answer that, but that's my call, though.
Didn't Crawford and Bob say that they were fighting in June? And that's why
Keith but it's still on ESPN, though, right?
I mean, it don't matter if this fight's in July. How the hell could a June fight be, bothered by a July fight? Or are you saying that if Fury and AJ's in July, then they won't do Crawford in June?
Yeah, like somebody got to announce a fight first, I'm assuming, to secure that. I mean,
so now you're saying
June is creeping up.
So now you're saying they got Crawford waiting for AJ Fury to announce before they even talk about his fight. Wow.
Yeah, I feel like somebody's on standstill, but that's my call.
I mean, that
Interessante.
That side of the street is putting a lot of people on standstill, man. So
I can't imagine Bob being put in a position where a major fight with Crawford being held up because of promotions that he's already involved in, and I don't know that, but maybe he's saying that Crawford might not be, or he didn't say Crawford, but somebody isn't making their move for June or July because we don't know when AJ Wilder is, right? That's the point he's trying to make.
But it just doesn't make any sense. You see, and this is what I'm saying. Yeah, people complain about PBC and they're giving us too many pay-per-views. Well, who gives a fuck? Because guess what? If Crawford fought Porter in June on pay-per-view, I'm buying it. And then when Fury and AJ fight in July on pay-per-view, I'm buying it.
And when Ruiz fights, if I don't want to buy it, I don't have to buy it.
Exactly.
But here's the thing: you have to give a fuck as a fight fan because we want to watch them all, and it's like hurting our pockets, and they have to think about that. At the same time, you're right. We can choose which fights are worth it and choose which fights aren't.
I'm not on the same side as you with that whole it hurts the pockets. I think being a boxing fan is a lot cheaper than being a fan of any other sport. First of all, no, it's always been and it will always be. It costs you more to go to your games. It costs you more because they play away. They don't just play in Dallas or San Antonio or Corpus. You got to follow your team all over the goddamn world, okay? It's the same shit. Y'all buy jerseys. We don't buy jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ham. Y'all buy mad paraphernalia for teams for years.
But
That's
I can watch every Dallas Cowboy game for free, except for one that it comes out on the NFL network that you have to have expanded cable for. That's it. But every other game. But
because so I don't know because they got NFL Play and all these packages.
Those are packages.
That's if you want on the go.
Exactly, and that's if you want to watch every team.
Yeah, you want to
all right. So wait a minute. So what you're saying is just like boxing. You can watch some fights for free, but not every fight for free.
Okay, let's change the subject.
No. You can watch every game for free. You can watch
every game in the NFL for free. No, you can't. No, let me tell you something right now. You in Canada, first of all. Let me tell you something right now. I don't get to.
Yeah, he's in Canada. That's right.
I can't watch.
That might be the case for him.
I can't watch West Coast games. That ain't how it works, right, Mario? I can't
I can't. No, you can't watch.
I don't see San Francisco being from New Jersey.
Without the NFL package,
you're telling the guy who do sports for a living, bro. You guys are sitting here telling me who do this for a living.
Canada. In Canada.
I do this for a living if I can't view this shit, bro. You guys are tripping, man.
No, you can't, but you have to pay extra for it. No?
Pay extra what? Did you hear me say I pay anything extra? Or did you hear me say I watch all these?
You are in Canada.
Yeah, but you're in Canada. You have a different provider.
Bro, you get free health care, man. You ain't even real. Like, what the fuck?
You're on Atlantis Island by yourself.
You know what I'm saying? You guys got gold streets. You guys got gold streets and you don't even lock your doors in Canada. You talking about comparing Canada to America. No way, Jose.
Nah, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, I can watch every Cowboy game except for one that's on the NFL Network. But if I wanted to watch every Pittsburgh game, I would have to have the NFL package. It's just like the MLB. Like, I bought for $24.99 every month for the next 6 months. I have to pay MLB Network to be able to have access to every game.
Listen, the bottom line, we're going the long way, bro. You were wrong. Yeah. And just like boxing.
I said I was wrong.
No, right. I know. I'm just saying, just like boxing, we got to pay. And I think it's cheaper. You know, my brother has been a Dolphins fan all his life. I know the amount of money those dudes spend. Paraphernalia, games, the Super Bowls, tailgating. You guys do it all. You do it all. You do it all. You guys do it all. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention y'all get together every Sunday and it's like mad chicken wings and shit. Like, come on, man, let's stop. Nah,
you're right. I was trying to get you on the
he said every Sunday tailgate. It's called tailgate.
Because it was like Mayweather, Pacquiao, like it was like 2 fighters in the world doing pay-per-view, so it wasn't that big a deal. But then when it started going up to $100 and then all of them minimum 75, and now you got Charlo and now you got, Reese, and now the numbers are up and it's like,
hey Brandon. Not only do I watch cricket, I play it too, bro. You can get that sauce, man. I don't talk about this. I do this, man.
You played cricket for real?
Hell, every sport, bro. You want it in badminton, table tennis, you can get it too, man. But let's keep it moving. We ain't talking about that. I do this for real, man.
So wait a minute, you play Batman?
What? Nice.
So you're nasty with darts too?
Darts? I'm not too bad. I can get busy.
What do they call darts though? They call it something else.
I can't wait to play basketball.
Like on the zone.
Volleyball. Like what you want, beach or hardwood floor? Like I'm with it. I can't jump high, but I can set the shit out of a ball. I tell you that, and bump.
I can set the shit out of a ball.
I'll tell you that.
Yo, volleyball is pretty dope at the beach.
I like playing volleyball.
At the beach.
Yeah, you gotta have skill to do that.
Let me get to Davidian in Buffalo Falls. Remember the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We're talking Joshua versus Fury. Eddie Hearn's saying that the deal is almost done. They'll be announcing it in a week. It's down to 2 locations, Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Do you believe? Davidian.
Yo, what's good, TVV? What's up, y'all? Good morning. Yeah, I mean, so I guess we're getting closer to this supposed, super fight. I mean, I guess I hope it happens, but I want to know what's going to happen with Wilder. So it's like, I don't know. Until, I guess whoever comes out and says it's like really, really official, then I'll be kind of excited for the fight because I just want to see these guys fight. So, but, yeah, I don't know. Other than that, great show as always, and keep up the good work. God bless y'all.
Appreciate it, man.
God bless, Champy.
Yo, while we have the time right now, man, if you don't mind, guys, I'd like to jump in here and just talk about some of the things that we got coming up, on the calendar for TBV. If that's possible, y'all can help me out as we roll and rock about it. We want to talk about first one we got coming up is June 12th, Watertown, Wisconsin. Our Border Wars 11 event. It's going to be at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to George and Adrian Rowan in Watertown, Wisconsin. It's going to be live streamed by BPE Network. What you can do is download BPE Network, type in Border Wars, and you can see our Border Wars event, who was shot by BPE in its totality. and see just the quality that they bring to the table. Also, we're gonna have 400 to 500 people in attendance. So if you can be there, get your ticket. You know what I'm saying? You can bring your lady. You can come on, dress up. We're gonna have tables. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have drinks. It's gonna be amazing night of boxing and fun with people that you hear all the time, and you get a chance to meet them, right, Alex?
That's right, man. It's a beautiful community that we have here. I've met people from all across the country, all across the world. It's high vibes all the time, man. And big shout out again to Defensive Combatives. Going to be providing the venue for us. It's going to be an exciting time for the Border Wars and all of us here, man. They've worked so hard to get up to this point, and I know that the participants are going to love this. You know, anybody that's choosing to participate in this particular Border Wars is going to get the full-on experience. Laser show, smoke, you know, the ring walk, the music. I mean, everything's going to be lined up to be a successful night. Going to have Francis out there, you know what I'm saying? He got his medallion. He don't got to be in the ring this time around. So we're going to
mention all the promotional tools that you normally get, you know?
Absolutely. Mario Moon gig.
I might make you famous. That's what Ness said last time.
All right, so that's what's going to be happening. Also, you know what I'm saying? So look out for that event. We're going to be having some special guests in the building. Just keep it locked. You know what I'm saying? We still got 60-something days to go. We're going, as we get closer, we're going to let you know more about it. We also got our main event. You know what I'm saying? Sean Mission Impossible Jones taking on Smoke 'em Out Jay in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? That's going to be
Say what?
pretty good fight. We got also Twin versus Lidslow, Twin from Orlando. He's gonna be fighting on that card. Also, the card is just filling up. You want to be a part of it. We got Mario versus Show Kid. You know what I'm saying? That fight is gonna be on the card. You don't want to miss that one. It's gonna be under the lights, smoke, lasers, ring walk music. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be crazy. The ABF is gonna be in the building as one of the commission with some titles for our fighters and divisions. So listen, if you can't be there, download BP Network and get yourself in front of the TV, your iPad, with some treats, man, and enjoy the show, because it's gonna be a show in Watertown, Wisconsin. Also, we got our 3-on-3 basketball tournament. If you can hoop, if you can lace them up and get busy, this is the time for you. 3-on-3 basketball tournament in sunny Florida in August. We haven't locked in a date yet, but we will very shortly. But look out for that. 3-on-3, pay your fees, come on out, have a barbecue. What else we doing, Alex and that's Mario? 3-on-3 tournament.
Bro, I'm gonna be dunking on you. I'm gonna be tapping on you. I'm gonna be crossing over.
Be like dunking. White man can't jump.
I'm gonna hit you with the
tournament.
I'm gonna hit you with the yo-yo. Have you fallen? Nah, it's over.
My man said dunking.
He said he gonna make it look like a 2004 and 1 video.
He said dunk.
Dunking.
I'm a dunk. I'm gonna Ness gonna give me the boost. He gonna have the both hands clamped together. I'm just gonna fly like Air Jordan on you. Boom. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah, y'all crazy.
I can't. I could probably tap on you though.
But yeah, so we're gonna be trying to do some other content creators. Shout out to Barbershop Conversations and Fred for wanting to be a part of the 3-on-3 basketball tournament. So look out for that. Everybody else is welcome to join. Bring a team. We don't want no ringers, no D1, D2, D3. NBA players. We just want people to come out here that love to hoop and target and box, do their thing. What
Cash out from Adrian in Miami that says, "What up with that 3-on-3? I'm in Miami, about to body Francis." Yo,
that's what I'm talking about.
We got another super chat from Coach Myers. Did you get to that, Doomy?
Nah, we actually well, which one? I would want to know the amount you make also, Ness. Yeah, we read that one. We
read that one.
We were on YouTube.
Let me finish real quick.
Shout out to YouTube, second day in a row. I guess they see in the algorithm, they fucking with us, giving us another $1. They gave us $1 yesterday.
Let me finish. We got one more to go, man. Just our live show, our live 3-city show that's gonna be taking place in September. We're just waiting for the date and the city that we're going to be coming to you. We're definitely going to the tri-state area. We're going to be going to the West Coast. And we're definitely going to be doing it in the Texas area on the Central Time.
Dallas.
Look out for that in the Dallas area. So that's it, man. We rock and rolling out to the Super Chats.
Right,
and I am pretty nice at handball too. I'm just saying. Keep moving.
All right. Damn. Handball
we didn't play
too?
handball. We didn't play handball in Texas.
Yeah, you know, booming against the wall. Yeah, you got to.
Wait. Is handball?
down.
Is handball the one where you peg the shit out of them with the wall ball? Is that the same thing?
Handball. Nah. You know, you got the wall and you smacking that blue ball with your hand, and you got
it's like baseball, but you
trying to hit it so that the other person can't get it to the wall.
Counterpunch, gentlemen, and check the pre-pro. Counterpunch, gentlemen, check the pre-pro.
Yeah, we got first of all.
Coach Myers, talk to me. Oh, okay, Coach Myers, hold on. We got Keyshawn Davis on the line. Keyshawn, what's going on? Good morning.
Good morning, man. What's up with y'all?
Oh, we good. You got any headphones over there? No? Oh, shit, no?
Yeah, I got some headphones.
If you
I
don't
can run
mind,
upstairs real quick.
Yeah, if you don't mind, just because of the echo, because it's going to go back into the mic.
I got
you. Yeah, we got Keyshawn on,
yes,
ladies
sir.
and gents.
You want to mute him and do the counterpunch or no?
Sure. Coach Myers, do your counterpunch while we wait for Keyshawn to get that headset.
Ness, nah. I was saying, I don't know if you heard about that. Eddie Hearn is supposed to be getting a new broadcasting deal in a couple of weeks. I guess Sky deal ends this summer. So do you think that would hold off him announcing the fight until he gets the new broadcasting deal?
We all know the deal gonna be UK, Dazn. But look, we got Keyshawn back. We'll bring you back on in a bit.
We don't know that for sure, but that's definitely an interesting point to talk about it. Oh no, he didn't come. Oh, there he is.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Keyshawn Davis. Shout out Virginia. Keyshawn, first and foremost, we want to say thank you for coming on. Congratulations on the victory. For those that do not know or didn't get to watch, Keyshawn, this past Saturday in Dubai, scored a fourth round stoppage, I believe it was, in his lightweight bout against Richmond Ashley. I think that's how they had said it on the broadcast, who was 10-1 walking into the arena, making Keyshawn now 2-0 in his professional career. But I'll pass it on to you, Ness. I think that was a good enough introduction.
Nah, man, Keyshawn, I just want to say thank you, obviously, for coming on. And are you still in Dubai, or did you already make it back to the States?
Nah, I made it back to the States. I got back around like 12 a.m. last night.
Oh, okay. How long is that flight for you?
Man, that flight was 15 hours. And I had a connected flight in Chicago for like another 2 hours.
Wow. So
yeah.
I'm so impressed, man, with the fact that your debut was on the Canelo Yeardom, huge event in Miami. I mean, Eddie outdid himself for that fight. And now here you are all the way in Dubai on a top-ranked card, man. And, obviously we've been put on you for a while now because of your amateur background. But we interviewed Bill Haney one time, and he said, man, look at this guy, Keyshawn Johnson. Like Keyshawn Davis, he goes by businessman. And he says, people are learning the business now. It's not like before. So much so that your handle says businessman Keyshawn Davis, and we can see that because you've been able to work with Dazn and now work with Top Rank as a 2-0 fighter, man. I'm just, I've been doing this for a while, and what you are doing, no one has done at this stage of their career. So I'm just blown away. Can you tell us a little bit about your story? I know that your mom is in the picture, and it's I don't want to mess it up, but I believe DB3 is 3 brothers. You guys all box, and I'm assuming you're all going to be navigated this fantastically at such a young age. But please tell us more.
Well, telling y'all more into it, me and my brother will be fighting. Well, I'm fighting again next month, and this time y'all will get to see my bigger brother, Kelvin Davis. He's 1-0 with 1 KO as a pro. He fought on NBC Sports Television. And this next card, we will be fighting together. So now it's for us brothers, it's about to start coming together. And I know once we keep putting on great performances, the fans going to want us to keep coming back. And it's going to give us more leverage just to keep getting on these bigger cards together. And just shout out my mother, too, that was with me in Dubai, man, Wanda Davis. She been with me ever since I was 9 years old. Ever since I started out, she started all 3 of us out at the same time, me and my brothers. And she's still here with me. And every single fight, you're going to see her with me. Almost every single interview. And on fight week, you're going to see her with me. and including my brothers, man. We a family. DB3 is a family. It's a family brand, and we just can't wait to show the world that DB3 is the future, not just Keyshawn Davis.
Keyshawn, let me just real quick get a follow-up. Was that always the plan to eventually launch you and your brother as like a promotional tool? Like, was that always the plan that y'all were going to go that route?
Of course, especially coming into the pros. Me and my brother's, journey was different. I was a highly favored amateur. And my big brother got the opportunity to go to the Olympic trials and stuff like that, and fought with no headgear. So my big brother got experience with elite fighters. It was just I got the more experience, I would say. And, I feel like I took it to the next level. So what we trying to do now is, of course, use a lot of my leverage, but at the same time, my brothers can fight. So all we have to do is just put them in a position to show the world that they can fight, and then once we show the world next month that we all can fight, then it's all up from there. But to answer your question, yes, that was always the plan from the start.
So, Keyshawn, let me ask, are you, first of all, let's start with your mom. Is she the manager or advisor, or is she just mom and you go to her for those types of things, but that's not her official role?
Right. Mom is definitely the manager, the advisor. She be hyped up sometimes like the promoter, Okay. But yeah, she's definitely all of that, man. And who's not better for the job than your mother? You feel what I'm saying? And since my pro debut up until now, she been doing a hell of a job. But not only her, it's a team behind me. Marketing team and other people that I can go to ask questions on if this is the right move. So not just only her, but shout out to the team that's behind me.
So I'll take you to the comparison question. I want you to compare the treatment of Dazn to the treatment of Top Rank. But I'll tell you what I noticed that was different, right? If I go to their Instagram, and I mean Top Rank, I don't see you on their Instagram. There's no highlights of your fight from Saturday. I really don't see anything on their Instagram during your fight. If I go to Dazn, let me finish with Top Rank. If I go to their YouTube channel, I don't see highlights of your fight this Saturday, or even the weigh-in. I don't see Keyshawn. When I type in Keyshawn Davis into their YouTube search bar, nothing comes up. But Dazn has numerous things on you on their Instagram and their YouTube. And me, as a content creator and a podcaster that has an audience and tells them where to watch boxing, if I want to share your story or the little I know, Dazn just made it 100 times easier for me. But that's only for me. How did you receive the treatment of both?
Well, on the social media and Top Rank, they not going to post me because I'm not a signed fighter to them. But now, if you go to the outlets called ESPN Ringside, more than 100K followers, and then a blue check solidified on social media, they posted me on their Instagram about 2-3 times. Twitter, sharing Shakur Stevenson posts, putting us together, and they alongside Top Rank. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I got out of it. Okay, I'm not signed with Top Rank, so they're not going to post me. Makes sense. Dazn, on the other hand, I feel like they just playing the game, but I like how they playing it. Honestly, they know what they doing. Of course, Eddie Hearns, he reach out to all young fighters in the Instagram, in the DMs and stuff like that. But I was actually, and I told my team this too, I was actually surprised Dazn posted me after that fight. I'm like, damn, why would they post me like after a fight that I was on ESPN? Like, what's their angle? But of course, being business minded, I know they just playing the game how they should be playing it, and I definitely got my eyes on Dazn for sure.
I agree 100%. I think that Top Rank is in the business of trying to build a fighter. I think Dazn's in the business of trying to build a brand. So of course they would want to keep making themselves like connected with the best fighters, with the best prospects, with the best everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you come to Dazn, It doesn't matter who we have actually under contract. You're going to see the most highly touted fighters, the most highly touted you know what I mean? So I think you're exactly right. That's what they wanted.
Yeah, and with the zone, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
You're back.
And with the zone, we also got to realize that they not big as they want to be in America.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, going back to what he said, they more about building a brand because they are still building themselves. So if they get like a highly talented amateur, just like a Mark Castro or myself, they're gonna keep building as much as they can, so they can get to the certain level where they try to be at.
So Keyshawn, can you just let the world know how old you are?
Is it possible I can get a question?
Sure.
All right.
I'm 22 years old. I just turned 22 in February.
Okay. Go ahead,
All right.
Francis.
How you doing, man? This is Francis from Canada. I just wanted to ask you real quick. Is your first time to Dubai?
Yes.
Yeah. Give us your whole feeling of how it was out there. Give us some your point of view.
Man, that shit was crazy. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I was telling somebody earlier in the interview, like, I'm kind of bad I went out there so early because I feel like that's like probably one of the best places I probably ever gonna experience. Now, I ain't experienced the whole world yet, but it's gonna be hard to top that. Like, we out there in the desert riding camels, dirt riding ATVs. Like, man, that joint was just crazy, bro. Like, that joint was just crazy. The mall itself is like big as hell, like big. Like the mall is like a freaking amusement park.
Wow.
Did they have like Nike stores and like Polo and stuff, or was it like different kind of gear?
Man, they had everything, even their stuff. Like they had. I was going to the stores that's not in America.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like they had Nike, Under Armour. They had every single thing.
But you was going to like the original stuff in Dubai.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was going to their kind of designer store.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly.
That's smart.
So the fight was you got a different feeling from that Top Rank fight bubble from the Dazn, like it was a different feeling. Like, I mean, I know it was a different country and everything, but like, give us your take on the weigh-in and the press conference and the testing and the whole lead up to the fight and yeah.
I mean, keep it real with you, bro. It didn't really feel like a Top Rank / ESPN event because you had nothing but Muslim people out there that was running the event with head scarves. Shout out to my guy Ahmed Siddiqui. He was the one that was over top of the event. And Ahmed Siddiqui, like the name tells it, like it's a different culture, and like even with the weigh-ins and stuff like that, the weigh-ins was quiet until I started,
I thought it was
smacking the hands and stuff like that.
Bro.
I'm trying to tell y'all, Jamel when Jamel weighed in and Carl Frampton weighed in, the weigh-ins was so quiet because we gotta realize their culture out there is not like hyped up and like it's not nothing like that. It didn't get like rowdy until I started weighing in. And then after my weigh-ins, it got like right back quiet. And it was like a church. Like, you feel me? It was like church. Like even in the fights, it was like church. Like we in the fights, we whispering because it's so quiet. And I'm in my head, like, when the hell do you ever whisper at a fight? Like that shit used to be loud, hyped up and stuff like that. So to answer your question, like it didn't feel like no Top Rank, ESPN, nothing. It just felt like I'm in Dubai and I'm fighting on a professional card. Honestly,
I gotta ask, man. I think when I interviewed you, we interviewed you when you were still an amateur and you were supposed to go to the Olympics. Everyone kind of assumed you was gonna sign with James Prince because of the friendship with Shakur and just a lot of your friends. I think you might be with Jared Anderson a lot. Like we just thought it was gonna be James Prince. And again, you did it your way. I'm more interested in the business story, man. Like, what made you not? Because like Shakur, obviously, everybody thinks he's gonna be the next Floyd, and he came up with Ward, and he's got and a lot of people followed him over there, But you're doing it different. I need to know why.
Because I had to realize that in this game, it's all about leverage.
Mm-hmm.
And in this game, I knew when I was amateur. Coming into pros, that's all I had was leverage. Anybody wanted me on their card. Anybody. And especially Dazn, and then when they had, I won't even say Dazn, especially like ESPN, everybody, but when I found out like the Canelo was fighting the first time of the year, I knew that was gonna be the biggest fight in America. So of course I jumped on that and got on that card using my leverage that I was coming from the Olympics. Like it was Keyshawn Davis' debut, the highly prospect amateur, everybody talking about, so on and so forth. Who wouldn't put me on their card? Understand what I'm saying? And then when I showed how good I was, my debut, it just gave me even more leverage. Like, okay, yeah, this dude probably is the next big thing. So moving on to my next fight, it was basically easier to get me on the card because now I'm actually showing that I'm gonna be this next star, and then so on and so forth.
So who's in charge of the matchmaking? Because your first fight, obviously, I mean, a guy with your amateur background, I understand you getting in the ring with someone with 10 fights. But we don't normally see that. You know, they might put you in versus a dude that's like 0-3-1. You're actually fighting decent opposition ahead of time or schedule because your second fight was a dude 10-1. I mean, he's from Ghana, but again, he's still 10-1. That we don't see that unless you're on that Rigondeaux track or that Vasyl Lomachenko track. Is that what you are attempting?
Right. Well, to answer your first question, who's in charge of my matchmaking? It depends on what card I'm fighting on, and whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, every opponent they gave me, the first opponent, I'm like, oh yeah, he perfect. Like, oh yeah, he perfect. Okay, cool. Like I'm just so confident and so experienced in the ring that I don't really care who they put in front of me. If it ain't no freaking world champion right now going 12 rounds, then I'm gonna whoop their ass. Honestly, that's just how I feel, how I think. And ask your second question one more time. I'm sorry.
So the second part was just are you on that Lomachenko and Rigondeaux track? Like, are you trying to get a title as quick as Shakur did? Like, because that's what it seems like by taking on this type of opposition so rapidly.
Honestly, I'm more all about putting on great performances, looking great each and every fight, and building my fan base. It's up to me if I want to, wait to 12 fights and get a world title, or wait to 8 fights to get a world title. It's really all up to what I want to do. But what I'm more interested in is just building my brand, building my fan base each and every fight, and just keep getting better mentally and physically inside and outside that ring. I'm not really too worried about getting the belt fast because the belt is going to come. The belt is always going to be there. I'm always going to be in position to move forward towards the belt. So I'm not worried about a belt right now. I'm just worried about my brand and building myself and my brothers behind me coming up.
Now, I love that. I think it's so smart. Let me just go ahead. I'll get it. I'll go next. Go ahead.
I understand you said that, and don't think that I'm trying to get an actual time frame. But I wanted to ask this next question, which is more about weight, but it's still gonna bring up the title shot, right? Because you started at 136, now you're 138. So I just want to know, when that time does come, where would Mr. Davis have his first title shot? Are you going to fight at 135 for a title, or is it 140 for a title?
I'm going to fight at 135.
Okay.
I know in my debut interviews, I was telling people that I probably can make 130. I don't think I can make 130. I think I got too much muscle. I'm just too filled out for even 135. I was standing
especially
next to
by
Amir
then.
Khan. Yeah, I was standing next to him, and I'm trying to take not really the fast track for real. But I was standing next to Amir Khan, and I'm sizing him up. I'm taller than Amir Khan, and I'm just looking at just his shape.
Yeah.
And he was saying what I was thinking. Like, God, he was saying, God damn, boy, you about my size. And I was looking at him like, yeah, you right. But I think I can fight 140 too. But it's all about what belts I'm going for. I can't work towards a belt at 135 and 140. You feel what I'm saying? But I know if I get enough leverage and enough fans behind me, if it's a big fight at 140, I'm gonna take my fan base to 140 and be like, man, let's make a fight. Let's make that fight happen. It makes sense. I'm bringing my fans. It's gonna be a hell of a fight, a big fight. Let me get that belt at 140. But I am campaigning my weight at 135.
Man, I want to add. Well, I'm sure. I'll just say I'm sure it was must be inspiring to like be able to kick it with Amir Khan and stuff like that. An all-time great.
He's
but
the
I don't
hugest
even
Amir
want to go
Khan
down that road.
fan, Mr. Davis.
I mean, my man Keyshawn knows how good he is. We don't even got to go there. But I want to ask this because I feel like we're kind of like teetering on the question. So I'm just gonna ask it as specific as I can. I look at a guy like Troy Isley. I look at a guy like Xander Zayas, right? I feel like I can throw you in the mix, right? Because I watch football. I don't know if you watch any other sports, but I always think about it like when prospects, they're kind of like quarterback free agents, right? They're highly touted. Like you hear about them in college, and in this case, the amateurs. Yeah, and y'all exactly. And so like y'all are kind of like elite, like college prospects in a sense, right? So you come to this point, and you got like a Troy Isley who, with the promoter, is going to have a certain trajectory. A Xander Zayas, they've already have his trajectory, putting him on, Telemundo, introducing him to, a certain fan base. Do you feel like, you could maybe get lost in the translation where it's like you keep doing your own thing, but nobody is cementing you in one spot? Or, and how long do you think you can do that? Like, until you think you're going to have to like, okay, I have to settle down with somebody for at least a 3-4 fight deal or something to get a shot at so-and-so.
What you mean with somebody? How long can I do it till I'm
like
submitting
on your
to
own,
one spot?
basically. Yes, exactly. Like
what
how
you mean by that?
long? Like basically, like you're doing it on your own right now, which I love. I think it's a great, smart decision. But do you think there's going to come a point in your career in the next 3 or 4 years where you're going to have to say, okay, I want that shot at Ramirez, so I'm going to sign with Top Rank for 4 fights or 3 fights, whatever their plan is, or I'm going to sign with Matchroom to fight so and so, or PBC to fight so and so. Like, do you think that point's going to come, or do you think you can realistically do it on your own as a free agent, 100% for the rest of your career?
Well, you basically really just answered your own question.
Okay.
When you were saying, well, for 3 fights, for 4 fights, that's not really sided with nobody. That's like a partnership.
Word.
Let's come to you. We're gonna make money together for about 3-4 fights.
Man, I'm
and then
so
let's
glad
see. Let's see where it goes. Like, I mean, I would love to do something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of signing for the traditional way, 7 years or 5 years, you get a world title. That's additional 2 years. So basically 7 years. Like,
and then they always try to up you anyway. It's like you got 2 fights and they say, okay, we were going to fight the champion in 2-3 fights. Okay, but we want you to sign now an extension. I'm so glad you're smart enough to see that, right? Because there's so many fighters that don't get it. They don't get it. They're like, well, I'm going to stay a free agent, or, oh, I'm signed to so-and-so. Like, I'm good here. They treat me right. And I don't want to bring up any names, but you hear it. Like, oh, they treat me right. Yeah, they treat you right, but they're not putting you in the spots you need to be. And it's a partnership. You get what you need from Top Rank and you move on.
Hey, he'll like that shit. He going ear right there. He'll like that shit. Hey, but to give you just some more clarity on why fighters do that, at the end of the day, we're fighters, and coming from the amateurs on that level, we've been fighting for 10 years plus. So a lot of the fighters does that just for security, so they can feel safe. You sign with Top Rank, you on ESPN. You knock somebody out crazy, then you on the real ESPN. Highlights, like with the basketball players, the soccer players, all that. You feel what I'm saying? So it is still a great opportunity, but the security is what people is really looking for.
You smart, bro. Go ahead.
You are. So listen, we've been doing this for a long time.
Hold up.
Next up,
chill out, man. I let y'all cook. You know what I'm saying? I sat back and I waited my turn. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Man. Are y'all not entertained? Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know, really, like you're talking about it, but like, where did the businessman moniker come from? Like, give us the root of that. Like, I know everybody of these days is starting to, take care of their business because they've seen the olden days. But like, give us that root, man, please.
Well, people nowadays start to take care of the business because they came into the game not knowing the business. Now they start to know the business. Now they want to take care of the business. I seen that when I was about when I first got on the Olympic team. Well, the USA team, back when I would say 19, 18, turning 19. And of course, I was around Shakur Stevenson, so I was just watching. I was telling myself, like, I don't want to go into this boxing world not knowing nothing about it. Like, that's so stupid to me. You about to go pro in a few years. Why not learn the game before you jump into it? So being around Shakur Stevenson, I'm like, okay, I got an outlet to really know the higher level of the boxing game. So I started asking questions. Shakur, so and so, so and so. Oh, so at the Olympics, this what you, this okay. So who is top ranked? What is? I just started asking questions and being like real, kind of like hands on, and not really trying to get in his business. So then, like on social media, I started learning like, okay, Instagram is really like a big promotion. It's not really just something you just do day by day. Instagram is a real big promotion. So I started posting a lot of videos on Instagram as an amateur. Back then, Shakur and my coach K Karoma, they used to say, Keyshawn, why you post so much on Instagram? Why you leaking too much? People gonna see what you're doing. I said, y'all don't know that Instagram is the wave right before the Ryan Garcia. Instagram is the wave right now. This how people gonna get popular. This is the way right now. They like, Keyshawn, you don't know what the hell you talk about, so on and so forth. A few years down the line, now they posted more, and Ryan Garcia going crazy off the Instagram and shit like that. So like, this is a true story. You can ask Shakur this, and me and Shakur done talked about this too, but like back to answer your question again, back when I was 18, 19, I really started seeking the game. I really wanted to be business Keyshawn. I didn't want to just be a fighter. I had to be more than a fighter.
I love it. Okay, my these are my like, my world famous boxing questions that I like to, talk to the boxers about and get the people to understand, Again, this is Francis, the praying mantis from Canada. So here we go. What is your pre-fight, pardon me, what type of music do you like to listen to when you're working out? And does that music change pre-fight, like you're about to walk out, before your ring walk music?
All right, well, I'm a type of person that's, happy, smiles and stuff like that. Not really a negative person, but when it's time to fight, I hit that switch. I snap into that Mike Tyson mode. Understand what I'm saying? And I like to listen to all that cursing, all that rah-rah, the younger hip hop generational music. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and that just get me into that. Like Mike Tyson said, that gladiator feeling. That warrior feeling, to where, oh yeah, it's time to fucking fight. That feeling right there, you feel what I'm saying? And like to answer your question, I like that younger hip hop, that NBA YoungBoy, Lil Durk, Lil Baby type of music.
Okay. My next question is, what is your pre-fight meal? So that
pre-fight meal.
So that is after weigh-in, before the fight.
Okay, so after weigh-ins, I always eat pasta, shrimp pasta or chicken pasta. And right before the fight, I always eat a chicken Caesar salad.
Any particular reason why?
Well, pasta put like...
No, for the Caesar salad. For the Caesar salad.
For the Caesar salad. It's like, it's not too heavy, but it's not too light at the same time. Throwing the chicken in there, you still get your protein and that feeling, that feeling in your stomach that you feel. And a salad, and make it not too heavy at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? It's a salad, and it's nutritionist. It's real healthy, and I just feel like you just get everything just out that little short, simple meal.
And what is your post-fight guilty pleasure? Like I got to have it when I get out the ring.
Soda.
Soda pop.
I love some Sprite.
Wow.
Goddamn orange Fanta. It's like I gotta get me a soda. All training camp, you drinking water, Gatorade, Pedialyte. Man, I want some damn soda.
Keyshawn, man, you done, Francis? Because I want to know the Rolly beef, man.
Yeah, we're going to get to that right now. Go ahead.
I want to know, because listen, I thought he lost to Marinez. Then Marinez went and got knocked out by Comey.
Man, everybody thought he lost to Marinez. But come on, let's go. Let's go.
That's why I'm asking. Because, do you feel like Rolly... You are ready for Rolly, and like, is there a beef there, or do you really want to fight him, and how long from now?
Honestly, I don't beef with no fighters. Fighters nowadays is soft. You can't beef with nobody that's soft, for real. I'm a type person that see through God gave me the ability to see through people, for real. And I just feel like Rolly is one of those fighters on a lower scale. That he's like, y'all remember when Floyd fought Arturo Gatti, and he was saying how he's a C+ fighter, yes. He's not really a world champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I see that in Rolly. You like a D- fighter, and you're not really an intern champion. They hand you that belt because of the promotion that you was with Floyd Mayweather, and now they try to keep that belt. Okay, well, I'm an up and coming, and he thinks he's a bully. He thinks he's so tough. Okay, I'm an up and coming young fighter, 2-0, going 6 rounds, calling you out and I have and Rolly, you know me. I have leverage. I'm not a nobody. So what's up, Rolly? Fight me. Fight me. You nice. You just bully. You just hard hitting. Whatever you are, fight me. What's up?
He's a little scared man.
No
A very
beef,
small, scared man.
So for Loma, when Loma did that, he had to get ranked. So Top Rank got him like that first fight with I don't know the guy's name, but he had like 30-something fights. That's how he got ranked to get the Salido fight. Are you going to do the necessary to get the Rolly fight, or are you going to wait for Rolly to give you an opportunity at that? Because then they would have to look backwards. No disrespect to you, but in his eyes, he's an interim champ. He's got X amount of fights. You just getting into the game trying to use his name.
I'm not trying to use his name. Don't nobody even talk about Rolly until people bring him up in whatever they bring him up. But nobody really talk about Rolly. He got an Instagram following. He don't have no real boxing following, first of all. But secondly, as I said before, leverage, fan base means more than belts nowadays. Don't nobody care about belts. Look at Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is calling shots with an intern belt. Why is he calling shots with an intern belt? Because of the fan base he has. If I build my fan base enough this year, real big this year, that I can call out anybody I want to call out because it's going to be a big fight. And that's all that matters.
Now,
damn, you kind of right.
Or when you're gauging your fan base, are you using numbers from Instagram? Like when you get to a certain Instagram and social media following, you think you've grown that? Or is there another way for you to gauge your fan base?
Well, I'm telling y'all Instagram because that's something we all can see.
Yes, of course.
But I got insides that people who really sell tickets. Ryan Garcia really sells tickets. You feel what I'm saying? Like people really pays to see him fight, and that's really like I'm basing off Instagram, of course, because that's where your fans comes from. Without an Instagram, you're not a big fighter in this game. Period. You're not a big fighter.
Okay.
But right, like I said, Ryan Garcia really sells tickets, and a lot of it comes from the Instagram.
See, first of all, I'm very impressed. Like, yo, you were like 7 years old when that Floyd Mayweather and Gotti stuff popped off. I'm very impressed with, your knowledge. That's crazy to understand the backstory. It's one thing to know they fought. It's another thing to understand the narrative that was going on back then. But the point I wanted to make is that when Instagram, because I'm probably like 15 years older than you, for real. So when Instagram, for me, it was like, you said you're not a big fighter without real Instagram numbers. It used to be that big fighters were the only ones that had big Instagram numbers. You get it? It wasn't like a Ryan Garcia didn't exist back then where he's big on Instagram and that helped him with boxing. No, it used to be your Floyd Mayweather, your Manny Pacquiao, your De La Hoya, so now you got big Instagram numbers. The fact that you see the connection and also understand that tickets mean what they mean, that gives you a big leg up in the business because people don't want to admit what you're saying to be true. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm very, very surprised is not the right word, but it's crazy to see how well you understand this.
Yeah,
logistically speaking.
It's just, honestly, as an amateur, the team that I have now, I put together as an amateur. Like I said, I was around Shakur Stevenson when he was fighting the Madison Square Garden, under the Terrence Crawford undercard, around the Andre Wards, and so on and so forth. So it's big managers, it's big promoters, it's big advisors that's all coming around and seeking out new talent. And I was blessed that God put me in certain positions to see that, okay, this person can help me when I turn pro. Let me see what I can do. Okay, this person also can help. Let me see what I can do. You feel what I'm saying? So the team that I have now was with me since I was amateur.
And I bet being around all those people and all those moments, so when your moment does come, like we used to talk about being blinded by the lights, right? Like I remember when Mayweather De La Hoya were going to fight, and even though, you know, I knew Mayweather was the better fighter, it was like I was saying De La Hoya could win because Mayweather is going to be blinded by the lights. De La Hoya has been in big time fights. You know, looking back now, that's obviously the dumbest thing. But, you know, back then it was like something I said. And I still think to a degree it's true. Some guys get, you know, they get stuck in the deer, you know, they're like deer stuck in lights when the lights turn on, right? Those big fights get to them, the nerves, the TV. Like you said, it's not just ESPN Plus, it's the actual ESPN Sports Center top 10 highlights that you see Mike Trout on, you see LeBron James, like everybody, right? So I think those moments, you think that they'll help you, right? Like down the road, you're not going to be blinded by the lights. You're not going to be, you know, overwhelmed by the big moment.
Nah, man, and all credit to international amateur boxing. See, we got to realize that, of course, amateurs is different from pros, but when we talking about traveling to Russia, fighting on a world stage, fighting the best amateurs in the world, the same amateurs that's gonna go with me to the Olympics. Like I've been on that huge stage in front of big cameras, in front of large crowds in stadiums. I experienced that in amateurs already.
Yeah.
And the only difference is now I'm professional with it. And to me, these cameras look the same. And it's the same. It's the same square ring. It's the same square ring. It's different. It's different advertisements on the mat. Like everything is the same to me. Travels on the shuttle bus to the arena, the big arena, the big lights, everybody watching. Like I already experienced that in amateurs. So coming into pros, it was nothing. It was really nothing to me. And I know, like starting out, my opponents can't compete with the amateurs I already fought in amateur on the world Olympic stage, basically. So all I gotta do is fight.
Beautiful.
That's the strong mentality, man.
Yeah.
Word.
Keyshawn, we got a few questions from the people here. First one is coming from Hamilton, Canada, and this is Natural Wiz. He says, what is your favorite pastime when training is done to relax?
My favorite pastime, just my what I like to do on my downtime, basically.
Yeah.
Shit, right now I'm watching boxing.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm watching boxing. Shout out to my boy Mark Castro, but I was just watching my debut, and now he popped up on YouTube. So I'm watching boxing right now. In the mornings, I love to drink my coffee every morning. Even though it be my downtime, man. I still like to go on runs. Still like to go on little simple runs. Sometimes play basketball. But a lot of times, really just to chill. Like, right now, my arm's still sore from the goddamn fight and the plane ride. You feel me? Like, why is my arm still sore? You feel what I'm saying? But
Keyshawn, you can hoop, or you can hoop?
Nah, I can hoop. Like,
oh.
I was an athlete.
You looked at yourself, you can hoop. Okay.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Yeah. I was a real athlete coming up. I was, of course, rec league.
So you better
I was dropping like 20. I was like dropping 20 points a game in rec league. Football was my shit.
Are you better than Shakur?
Damn, you had to think hard.
Shakur can ball. Yeah, Shakur can ball, but Shakur is like more passionate. Like when he ball, like he balling hard as a bitch. I'm out there just, you feel me? But like if we like was to play 1-on-1, I feel like I'm way more athletic than him, so I would beat him 1-on-1. But he gonna be out there like balling, like he fucking. Cause that's what he like. Other than boxing, that's what he passionate in. You feel what I'm saying? Other than boxing, for me, I'm passionate in
football. About dudes that be hooping, that really be passionate about ball. It's a different type of hooping. You got dudes that hoop, and you got dudes that hoop.
You got Shakur doing they go the Euro step, the spin layup,
the Euro step.
I ain't doing all that shit, man. I'm just getting
the James Harden travel.
Hey,
I'm playing.
Hey, Keyshawn, man. What camps have you gotten into? Like, have you used that Shakur connection to get some sparring with Crawford, or have you put on the gloves with Ward, or has Ward given you some pointers when you had the gloves on? Like, what? Where have you been able to get some advice and some work that is just like I I guess, the top, right? Like, I mean, if I was a fighter, I would love to like be able to, train or spar with Floyd, Crawford, the Earls of the world, Shakur. Everybody talks about Shakur being so, happy to spar with Shakur because they believe he's that good. You guys get to see what we don't get to see. So, yeah, just wondering what camps you've been able to get, what elbows you've been able to rub.
Well, the first one off the top that I can remember, because just being around Shakur, you go to different gyms that I've never been to, big or small, it's going to be great work. You feel what I'm saying? But the first one I can remember is the Lomachenko one, when he was getting ready for Rigondeaux. Of course, we all know Shakur sparred Lomachenko, but I got the opportunity to see that firsthand. But not only that, I was getting some work from the Olympic champion at 141 in the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. So I was getting great work from him. I was 132 at the time, a real 132 pounder, and I was 17 at the time. Shakur was 19, and I'm sparring Olympic champion in front of Top Rank, in front of Jay Prince, in front of Shakur Stevenson. And that was like the first training camp where I was a nobody, but I was in the building with somebodies.
What was that pressure like? Because back then, at 17, like, were you already businessman Keyshawn? Like, did you already think like, yo, I got to look good because I might sign with James Prince, I might end up with Top Rank? Was any of that pressure on your shoulders to perform in front of all these people?
Yes, back then I definitely felt pressure because I still had a lot to prove and a long way to go, and I couldn't fumble.
It looks like Big Casual says, "What up, businessman? With you having such a good amateur career, when do you want to be able to compete for the first world title? And with your career taking off at such a good start, do you still wish you were able to compete in the Olympics? Something this pandemic took away from you."
First world title. If I want to, I could probably, if I really want to, I can have an intern belt by early next year, competing for a world title the end of next year, if I really want to answer that question. And to answer the big question, I'm happy as hell I went pro. Like, I'm not, like, who wouldn't want to go to the Olympics, right? But I'm not looking back like, damn, I should have stayed. Hell no, I'm not looking back like that. Ever since I turned pro, I've been happy every single day. I've been feeling like I got something to work towards and something that I can keep building off of, instead of sitting still and feeling like I'm not really doing nothing other than wait to the Olympics. Like, people got to realize, like I said, I've been fighting internationally for 3 years. The competition that I was going to fight in the Olympics, I've been fighting for 3 years already. I'm just waiting for the big opportunity in the Olympics. You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't no more experience that I could have got in the ring. It was just the experience of going to the Olympics. But forget that. Let's move on. Let's build even more in the professional game. And I'm happy that I made that decision.
Beautiful. We got Eric Garcia that says, "Thanks for coming on the show. Watch both of your fights so far, and you have been very impressive. Congratulations on making the man quit on Saturday after he was doing all the talking during the weigh-in. No question.
Thank you.
Just showing love from North Hollywood, California."
Appreciate it, Hollywood.
We got Coach Myers in Connecticut who says, "Good morning, champ. I was looking through your amateur profile, and it looks like Andy Cruz stopped you from getting 2 gold medals at the Pan Am Games. Do you want that fight as a pro in the future?"
I mean, shit, hell yeah. Any person that I done lost to, I would want to fight in the pros. I lost to Mark Castro in the amateurs, and I would love to fight him in the pros. But if you're talking about Mark Castro, if you talk about Eddie Cruz, right now, they don't compare to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the top prospect coming up right now with only 2 fights. Like, I'm not really, my concern is not, I'm hoping Andy Cruz escape from Cuba and go pro so I can fight him. That's not my concern. Mark Castro, man, I hope he go to 130 sometime soon so we can at least meet in the middle. I'm not worried about Mark Castro. I'm staying in my lane, and I know 5 years from now, people not even going to remember Andy Cruz. 5 years from now, people not even going to remember the matchup between Andy Cruz. Look at Floyd. Look at Muhammad Ali. Look at Floyd. He lost a bronze. Who remember who he lost to? What's his name? Don't nobody care. Because look how much he done did for the game. All that stuff doesn't matter. And I feel like I'm gonna be one of them people that all that stuff that happened to the amateurs, it matters now because it's early. But that shit not gonna matter 2-3 years from now.
Nah, and you know what? I remember when I was like watching boxing when in high school. I remember it was like one of those things where they would fight and they were like, these guys met up in the amateurs. It was like a thing that you just kind of blurted out there. You know what I mean? So like it goes to the point that you're saying like nobody when that time comes, like, because Mark's on his own, road. You know what I mean? He's making his own lane just like you're making your own lane. If y'all happen to meet up one day, that's how it's going to be. People are only going to care what y'all have done as a pro. They're not going to say, well, let's go back to when they were amateurs. That's where it all started. Like, no, it's going to be a footnote, in the commentary.
Right. Just same thing in a recent fight. Same thing with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I was there.
Great point.
There with all them. We was all amateur at the same time. They just went pro before me. I decided to try to go to the Olympics.
Yeah,
I was there for all three of those fights. I was there. Like, I was winning the national tournaments in a different weight class where they was fighting each other. I was there.
So your money's on Devin?
Say it again.
Your money's on Devin?
Definitely.
Definitely. Is that a future big fight for you, or you think he'll never be in the when you move up, he will also be moving up? Because y'all
honestly,
the same age.
I see Devin stayed at 135 for a long time. All right, do y'all see Devin talking about he's moving up anytime soon? I don't think he ever made that comment. Teofimo did.
I think once for the Mikey fight, right, and for the Broner fight, when those things was on social media for him.
But how big of fights are those?
Big.
It makes sense for him to move up for a fight like that.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? But I think I see him really, really unifying the 135, or at least trying to unify the 135 division, taking over the 135 division, and then move it up. His main focus is 35. He's not really worried about nothing else behind beyond that.
Hold up. You said taking over, so you also got him beating Tio?
Tio about to move up to 140.
But what if he don't?
Tio's moving. You see how big he is? Tio is moving up. It's not even a what if. Like, he's moving up. He's big.
So
But I mean, if they do fight, like I know Devin Haney. We had comments. We not friends. Like, we ain't no beef, but we not friends. But we had little short conversations about their spar matches and stuff like that. But just the skill and the boxing ability on both ends, I feel like Devin Haney got better boxing ability. Yes, he don't hit hard. Yes, he don't have no explosion in his punches. But if you could just keep touching somebody for 12 rounds, then you're gonna win the fight.
Have you sparred him with your Shakur Connect? Because they sparred.
Honestly, keep it real with you, and I can say this now. I'm sparring him for the Linares camp. For the first time.
I'm about to come out there, man. Bill invited me out there. I'm going to have to come on out there, man.
Yeah, he called me before I left Texas. Like, my last day in Texas, actually. He called my phone. He said, yo, champ, we can use you when the next time you're going to be available. I told him my availability, and he said, call him. I'm glad you said that because I almost forgot. But he told me to call him when I get back from Dubai. So
there you go.
Breaking news, huh? I love that, man. Yeah, I love that. All right, we got a few more before we let you go. Brandon Maurice in Cincinnati says, give me your top 5 baddest women in the game today, champ.
Boxing?
He didn't make it clear. He just said women in the game. I don't know what game he talking.
Man, okay, well, shout out Clarissa Shields.
Yes.
Shout out Clarissa Shields, man. She been with me. I actually sparred Clarissa Shields. She been with me since 2016 Rio games where they was getting ready to go to Rio. Back in the OTC, man. Her and Shakur Stevenson been believing in me since back then. She still, hitting me up on her live the other day. She shouted me out, telling me congratulations about my previous fight I just had. Man, shout out Clarissa Shields, man. Like, I think she's changing it. I know she's changing the game for women boxing. I believe the last card she had was the first all-female card.
Yes.
That was ever put on boxing.
Pay-per-view.
And it was pay-per-view, and people actually paid to watch. And when she fought, it was entertaining. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out Clarissa Shields, man. She's changing the game for women's boxing. I hope she can make that switch to the MMA, UFC, and I hope she does great over there. But just shout out her just changing the game and making boxing bigger for for everybody in general.
And the next one is from G the Don of Boxing says, "What's up, champ? Is it true you and your brother are fighting on the Canelo undercard next month?" With the looking emoji. "Good luck on your next fight and keep bodying these dudes." Jay-Z lyric, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman."
On the Canelo undercard?
Yeah, for May 8th. He the eyes. Damn, so you already got the call. I love it. Yo, you ain't playing out here.
Stupendous.
Breaking news all day. Breaking news all day. We got Ryan O'Rourke who says, what up from UK Liverpool? Is there any loss as an amateur you can see running back as a pro? I seen you lose 3 times to the Cuban and not many of them turned pro. So any other guy that sticks out? I mean, you kind of answered that already unless you want to elaborate more.
Oh, you pretty much, since everybody want to break up Andy Cruz, shout out Andy Cruz, man. Andy Cruz is a hell of a fighter. He's from Cuba, you know what I'm saying? He's a great boxer. Every time I fought Eddie Cruz, I learned something new. Every time I fought Eddie Cruz, I fought a new style. And I just learned so much from that fight. You know, every time I fought him, I'm a type fighter that don't be like, oh, man, they robbed me. I should have won that fight. I'm a type fighter. I go back and look, why was that fight so close? Like, why is it so close? And I study, and I just get better from it. So shout out Eddie Cruz for putting on them hell of performances, not being scared to fight me, not being scared of me bullying him backstage, but just getting in the ring and handling business, man. And it's no beef between me and Andy Cruz, man. Yes, I would love to knock his ass out in pros. Can't fuck with me in pros. All that pity pat stuff ain't gonna work. But shout out Andy Cruz, man. He helped me get better along my journey in amateurs. So Keyshawn, are you still with K? Yeah, K my trainer.
Okay, good. All right.
Why you ask that?
Because I just didn't see anything on social media like for this recent fight with him like in it. I know he doesn't really do it like that. Like he stays in the back, but I haven't seen him like next to you. That's all. I didn't notice him next to you. So he was in Dubai though.
Nah, he wasn't in Dubai. The coach that was with me in Dubai is my coach, Coach Tyler. He started me out in boxing when I was 9 years old. He had me doing my step jab in the mirror and stuff like that. So the guy you see me is nobody new. This guy been with me.
All right. Go ahead, Doomy.
Yeah, we had another one from Kenneth Ricks, and he says, what's up, champ? I'm also from Hampton Roads area. VA's behind you 100%. Looking forward to big things in your future. What are some good boxing gyms in Hampton Roads for beginners?
It's not really good boxing gyms in the Hampton Roads, bro. Not even gonna sit here and lie to you. Like, the Hampton Roads is not a boxing area, which is crazy how like a fighter like Sweet Pea, fighter like Keyshawn Davis can come from and make it this far, because like we really had to, you know, beat somebody to make it out of a boxing, make it out of an area that's not boxing. Everywhere in this area is just like football, basketball. But to answer that question, bro, if you really, really want to be somebody in this boxing game, you got to get out of this Hampton Roads area. And where I took my talent to, I went to the DC area.
All right. James Benitez is the last one, champ. And he says, I believe you will be the face of boxing in the next 2 to 3 years. I will follow your career and wish you much success. Let's go, champ.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And real quick, this is just me, Keyshawn, man. You know, because I was actually on your live before the fight, man. You're hilarious, Doug. And it's like, you know, your entertainment there was just something that we're always expressing here on the show, that, you know, you got to have interaction with your fans. You got to be able to, and, you know, and your name says it all, business, you know, business Keyshawn. So it was real fun to see you, you know, interact with the fans. And, you know, and then you know, the way it was just, you know, it was crazy. Everything that you were doing, to me, it just presents that perfect package, man, of really, you know, getting your brand to that level, man. And I mean, as a fight fan, I appreciated it, you know. And these are the times we're living in right now. It's Instagram, man. If you're able to interact with your fans, if you're ever able to create that relationship, I see you going big places real fast, champ. So thanks for the entertainment, you know, because I know you can fight. I know you can fight. And even Shannon Briggs, a whole bunch of pros have come on here and told us a lot about you. And it's refreshing to see that you also understand the entertainment side of the business, man, because it's going to take you real far, real fast.
Yeah, and I appreciate that too, man. And shit, I think live is one of the big platforms too that, like you said, show your personality, show who you are. It's like that's your interview. That's how I treat it. You feel what I'm saying? You control everything, and then nowadays I get a lot of comments, so I just go off the comments and stuff like that. But it's crazy that my live be running up to like 200 views now. Like it's just 200 views. It's like, damn, like with 65K, I'm supposed to be getting like an average 50, 80 views. That should be like the 200. So it just shows that I got the people attention. And
a lot of retention.
I'm gonna keep doing the lives. I'm gonna keep, building off the lives and keep getting better. And I like that shit too.
It looks like you're very comfortable, bro. Like, I saw that it was just you were very comfortable talking to the people, expressing yourself, and you're funny.
I said it, man. We have nothing to hide, man. I mean, shit, you got nothing to hide. You just be yourself with that motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying?
LV Slugger with a super chat that says, seeing how Bob is treating his top fighters at top rank, and you're a good friend, Shakur, is that a reason you are taking the businessman approach? Smart move.
Bob Arum don't got nothing to do with what I got going on. Unless I'm in business with him. I'm just taking the business route because that's the best way to go. The promoters play the business. These managers play the business. So I'm gonna play the business just like they play the business. And right now, me playing the business is not signing to none of them.
He got another one that said, how Jarrett Hurd been looking working with K Kimura?
K Karoma.
My bad.
Jarrett Hurd been looking like Jarrett Hurd. Keep it real. He's more, I would say he's more focused. He's more locked in. Right now, they just waiting on a date for him. But he's in shape. Like, he's ready to fight for real, for real. It's just a lot of Al Haymon fighters not getting the opportunity to fight right now. But he's locked in, man. He's focused. He's probably out in Houston right now, still training. So shout out Jarrett Hurd, man. He's one of my supporters. Like we're friends. Like when me and Jarrett Hurd see each other, like we're friends. We'll probably chop it up for a little bit. Keep telling me he gonna give me one of his Swift packages, a Swift kit. So man, just shout out Jarrett Hurd, man.
Keyshawn, is that a reason why we haven't seen you fight on PBC? Because they don't have a date to offer you?
Honestly, probably because they don't have. First of all, they not fighting none of their big fighters, and a lot of these cards, I want to be under big fights. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but not only that, if I was able to get on the PBC card, I will get on the PBC card. It's just they still right now. They had to stand still. It's like,
no, you right.
And I'm trying to move forward.
So
and, I don't got time to wait on. I don't got time to wait on nobody.
That's you're absolutely right. They haven't put themselves in a position, and you need to be fighting on those kinds of cards. You're an attraction. Just being, like I said, again, I think football is like the best way to use it as a metaphor. Like, you always hear about the college quarterback, and now in boxing you always hear about that Olympic prospect, that amateur prospect, and you fit that class. So you need to be on the Canelo undercards and the big fight undercards, Earl Spence, Wilder, Terrence Crawford, all the biggest
Stevenson fights. Though I feel like me and Shakur, whenever Shakur made an event and I'm under that shit, that's gonna be crazy. Me, Shakur, or
they got
me,
him
Edgar
locked in
Berlanga.
for June. They got him locked in for June versus Jeremiah Nakatilia.
Yeah, but June is also like the Teofimo. June, they trying to get Terrence Crawford. So I can't lock into one date until I know what the fuck is going on.
You trying to get on the biggest one?
Let's go, champ.
On all of them. Let's go, champ. Feel me?
Now you said Edgar Berlanga. Can't they pencil you in for that one out here in Kissimmee?
Yes, but if I go on that one, then I can't go on
the June.
No. Yes,
man. You're right. That is
real quick, one more follow up. Would you, to be on the Joshua Fury, which is obviously one of the biggest fights, would you go back to Qatar or to Dubai? Would you be willing to make that trip again to be on that undercard?
He just said ain't no location going to top that.
No. But I'm just saying, so close. You know, it's one thing to do it again, like in a year or two, but it's another thing to do it in another couple months.
So basically, he's saying May, July. Can you get a fight in him? Absolutely, man. He's a
Would
young
you want to do
man.
that?
I mean, I'm a young man. I ain't no old ass man. I'm gonna get my ass right on that flight. Go out there for the biggest fight. Shit could be history of boxing. I'm gonna get my ass right on that flight. You feel me?
I gotta look after my investment.
Absolutely.
Yo, but you're not wrong, bro. That flight, 15 hours would be
man. I hate that shit. Like next time, I'm flying fucking first class for sure. For sure. Like
take that
15 hours.
Sleep, huh?
Fuck out of
right.
here.
You hit me up and I'll give you some shows or some movies on Netflix.
You can take that sleep, man. You can stretch out and take that nap.
Man, I was on that shit watching on the way back. I was on that shit watching the Usain Bolt documentary. I done ran through all the movies. Yeah, hell yeah, it's a good documentary, but I don't even watch documentaries. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
that's how you start. Yo, HBO Max has a really good one on Tiger Woods.
Man. I was watching. It's funny because I don't watch documentaries, but I found myself watching a documentary on Netflix about the ocean last night until I fell asleep.
That was.
Hey, Keyshawn, I want to ask you a question real quick. What do you think about this new boxing game? Are you gonna be a part of it?
They actually gave me a phone call about that shit. My previous training camp, not my debut, but my previous training camp. We was going on the logistics and stuff like that. Actually, one of my teammates, I would say, not teammates. Somebody from my team just called me, and we was going to be talking about logistics of moving forward and the game. So yeah, they definitely reached out to me, and they want me on that game for sure.
Get on that game.
We got one more that just came in late. Boston Jarrett says, when you coming back to DC to give Trayvon Marshall some work?
Man, Trayvon Marshall can come to me again like he did last time. But shout out Trayvon Marshall though, man. That's my little bro, man. He's a hell of a fighter. If I'm not mistaken, he's supposed to be fighting on PBC whenever they starting to get their fights back. But shout out Trayvon Marshall in DC, man. A hell of a fighter, orthodox fighter. He's fighting, I think, 147, 154 around there. He's a hell of a fighter though, man. That's somebody y'all need to look out for. Trust me. Trust me.
Definitely keep
so those are all my questions, man. I just want to thank you for coming on the show. I would love to continue to get you on, man. I think that you are ahead of your time.
Very.
I mean, in all shapes and form of that, like as far as the business, the way you speak on this interview, the energy you gave at the weigh-in, like you're ticking every single box. Like we sit here and we talk boxing 7 days a week. We are the Breakfast Club of boxing, and we always talk about fighters like, man, he ain't saying enough. Why he don't act like Clubber Lane? Like you are doing it all, and I just congratulate you, man. To see someone this young, you really took your time at this. Congratulations to you, your family, your mother for sure, for embracing you and allowing you to do this on your own. Like you said, so many fighters jump at that security. And you killing it, man. I really love what you're doing.
Quick note, Keyshawn, quick note, I wanted to tell you, I seen when that weigh-in, I don't know if you guys seen it, but when you slapped dude's hand, he looked like, God damn, this boy's strong.
I see that, bro. My homeboys back at home. My homeboys back at home was saying that. He said, hey, Key. They were saying shit like that. It was like, Key, he's scared for real. Don't go for the height. I'm like, I already know. You gotta tell me.
Your eyes turned to dinner plates when he put that finger in your face.
He made it worse for himself. Like, I was just going to go out there, probably play around, probably do my little basketball thing, feint him a little bit. But he turned Flashy Key into, I'm going to whoop your ass, Key.
Yo, the whole live you kept saying it. I'm like, yo, I can't wait to see this.
And I was on his ass every single round. Like, I was not playing. Like, if you look at my eyes in the fight, you could tell, like, oh, this Keyshawn. Like, look at my debut.
Nah, you had the killer instinct, bro.
Yeah, like, my personality was different inside the ring, like, from my debut to that fight. Because he was doing hella shit, and then he done put salt in his gloves, trying to put salt on the outside. Like, it didn't even look like salt. It looked like crystals. They said. What? Terrence Crawford, Jamel Herring coach, Bomac, got on him about that. Like, he pointed it out. Secondary coach for Jamel Herring, corner pointed that out, and my people pointed that out.
Trying to cut you?
We damn near got in a scuffle. They try to put it in his gloves,
That's some old dirty
They
trick.
try to treat me like a Muhammad Ali and Sonny Liston.
Damn.
It's my damn second fight.
Wait, what they put in his hair?
They put the salt in his hair and on top of his gloves. They said it looked like crystals though, like it was pointy like crystals.
Wow.
They used to say it.
Six exfoliation mask.
They used to say it was something like that. It was like a material like that. It softened up the skin. It was like created cuts easier. Like you would just put your head on them and rest it on, and that's what I saw in the documentary when they talked about it with Ali.
But why you gotta do it with me? I'm a damn one.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. That's
Ali was damn Ali. You feel what I'm saying? Like
it's because you Keyshawn Davis, man. They already know, man. You Keyshawn Davis, man.
But in my shoes, let's be real. In my shoes, that's some scary ass shit though. Like,
it is, bro.
People already thinking like that. It's like
so you gotta have a team that loves you, man.
There you go.
Looking out for you, bro. Because
facts.
But no,
that was
facts
crazy.
Though. But man, before I go, shout out DB3, man.
Sure.
My two other brothers behind this brand, Keon and Kelvin Davis. Like I said, my brother Kelvin Davis, my big brother, is 1-0. 1 KO. Stopped this dude in the second round back in December, NBC Sports Television. And he will be back fighting with me for his second fight, my next fight. Shout out my little brother Keon Davis. He's 6'3", 138 pounds. 6'3".
Wow.
Kelvin is 6'1". I got the little shorter end, but whatever. He's my little brother is 6'3", 138 pounds, and he's fighting in national tournaments, developing. He's looking forward to making his pro debut sometime at the end of this year. But like I said, man, DB3 is the future of boxing, and y'all gonna see it this next month. Y'all gonna see it. Like we all got this mentality. We all can fight. We came up in the household together, talking about days like this. It's now. We about to make it happen.
Yo, speaking of household, man, I really didn't know how to ask this question, so I hope you don't take offense. But is there a father figure in your house? Because I just want to know because you're so like mature.
Sure.
That's why I'm mature because I don't have no goddamn. I didn't have a father figure coming up. We had to do it on our own. Me and my brother stuck together to where we didn't really even need a father. We had each other back. Our mother was our father and our mother.
Say that again, boy. Say that again, man, because I'm them type of times, man.
My mother was my father and my mother, and that's the main reason why we're mature.
Say it again.
And that's probably the reason.
We don't need no father in our corner jumping in the ring telling us what to do. We don't need all that. We don't need no father. We do it dolo with our mother. That's how we do it.
And that's the reason she probably doesn't need anybody else navigating, and she's able to, do these things as your manager. That's a tough job. You gotta play a lot of parts. So the fact that she did that, you growing up, shows that she could play all those roles now today. Prepared her for that.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, God is good all the time.
There you go, champ.
So I'm being told that you beat Floyd Schofield.
No,
twice?
His little brother.
Oh, your little brother beat Schofield twice in amateurs.
Honestly, I don't even know who the hell that is. I got no real talk. I gotta see his face. Like I'm not good with names.
That's the dude that is offering Devin Haney $1 million for a 6-round exhibition with Freeway Ricky Ross.
My brother did beat him 2 times. My brother also beat Xander.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Like we can fight. We can fight. we just gotta get on platforms that we can show that we can fight. My big brother fought Teofimo twice. My big brother fought Lamar Roach. My big brother fought Gary Russell. Like my big brother went to the Olympic trials with me. Like we all can fight. And we got that switch mentality. Like I'm not the only one with that. We all got that.
Nice.
Y'all gonna see. I can't wait till y'all see. Y'all gonna see though.
I can't wait, man.
Shit, we gonna stay tuned.
Yeah, man.
Matter of fact, my big brother, after whatever y'all get time, my big brother pro debut is on YouTube.
Nice. I'm definitely
Kelvin Davis.
I'll definitely check that out.
Kelvin Davis.
Well, Keyshawn, man, thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. We look forward to getting you back on, man. Shout out to you and DB3. Keep doing your thing.
Sir.
Without a doubt. We are locked in, and our audience will definitely be tuned into you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all having me. This is a fun-ass interview, and shit, we can do it again anytime y'all ready for me to come back.
Thank you, brother.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
You feel me?
Appreciate you, man. Have a blessed morning.
All right, man. Shout out DB3, man. I'm gone.
All right.
DB3.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Keyshawn Davis. That was a really, really good interview. I'm genuinely impressed. Like, I haven't heard a young man talk like that well. Understand the game so much.
So much.
Know every answer. I mean, man, this kid is ahead of his time.
This is how ahead of the game it to me. Okay, because again, we've been doing this for a very long time. So there are times when I ask something and I expect a response, right? And for me to ask him a question, and I don't remember exactly. It was a question about, like how long he could go about being his own kind of free agent. Like, he looked at me like as if that question made zero sense because he understood the answer so well. Like, it was like he's looking at me like, wait, you don't understand the way it works? He was, because, and that's the thing is, like, from my point of view, we get fighters on that it's not that they don't understand, they don't want to admit, the truth about it, right?
Or they just don't understand.
Or they don't understand too, exactly. But he understood so well that it was like so obvious, and oh my god, I was like, wow, I feel dumb for asking it the way I did, because I didn't have to walk him along. Like, he fully understood where I was going with that, and he understood that point is going to come, and he's ready and prepared, and
it's refreshing.
It's so refreshing, dude. That's the best word to use. It is refreshing. Doing this for so long, getting the answers we've gotten, and to have somebody with his skill set understand it, I'm excited.
And when I say refreshing, I just mean that it's so at this point and at this time in boxing, we know the history, we know that boxers haven't always got the best deals and stuff like that, and it's been the lack of education of the sport and the business side. Shout out again to Protect Yourself at All Times. AC Clark doing a wonderful job educating the professional boxers outside of the ring, and that's what we are looking at now. Boxers are becoming more educated, making better moves for their business and their lives. So it's just, in that aspect, it's super refreshing, bro.
Very.
Speaking of Protect Yourself at All Times, the first episode airs in 34 hours on the Fight Network. You could also go to the Protect Yourself at All Times network, and it will air there as well. It premieres in 34 hours. You can go ahead and set the reminder and just click it and forget about it, because YouTube will let you know when it airs. But once again, it does air April 6th at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Fight Night Network. And on, wait, am I saying that right? It's not Fight Night.
It's the Fight Network. Just the Fight Network.
Yeah, just Fight.
You want that game to come out again. That's what you want.
So yeah, they air. And actually all the episodes are there. Like, if you want to, set the reminder for episode 2, which premieres 3 days, April 8th, you can do that. If you want to set the premiere for episode 3, which will premiere in 8 days, you can do that. This way you have the reminder, and you just, you don't have to go back. When it airs, it'll let you know. Like, episode 4 airs in 10 days. So it seems like it will be dropped one episode every 2 days. And
every Tuesday and Thursday. Every Tuesday and Thursday.
Episode 5 also airs in 15 days. So like I said, head on over to Protect Yourself at All Times YouTube channel, or the Fight Network YouTube channel. And don't forget to set your reminder, because it will be dropping. First episode, April 6th, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And, shout out to Adrian Clark, man. This is his baby, and I can't wait for it to premiere.
Definitely.
So we were wrapping up with Keyshawn, and obviously talking AJ Wilder Fury. We were taking calls. We're going to go out back to those calls. Let's get out to...
Did you want to take care of some of the super chats before we did that?
Let's do it. All
Very
of them.
good idea. Very good idea.
Where we leave off at.
YouTube, gave us some love again. Shout out to YouTube. And LJ Juarez was on the super saying, "Good morning, TBV fam. Looking forward to another week of learning more about boxing." Shout out to you, LJ, for tuning in, getting the scoop with us here at the Boxing Voice. Victor Olero says, "I seriously don't understand how 120 mil you have never made in your life shady?
Well, obviously you're leaving a lot of context.
I know.
When you ask a question and they can't answer, that's when it becomes shady.
Come on, champ. You know you would want to know. You would want to know. The more you know. Twin Munoz.
You know.
That's right. Twin Munoz on the super chat says Mario feeds his mustache crickets. Doomy's chats. Laughing out emoji.
I remember that one. I didn't. I forgot about it.
I can't help myself,
that
champ.
That was a good one.
Yo, Coach Myers says counterpunch. Counterpunch.
You already got that.
Yeah, we got to that one.
All right. So Show Kid 2005. What's has better chance of happening? Manny versus Crawford, AJ versus Fury, or Mario versus Show Kid? No, just kidding. Mario showing Mario showing up to Border Wars 11 to face Show Kid.
Sounds like someone's trying to put me into that bubble, but that's fine. I'll take it. He got it off. We give it to him.
All right, and LV, I think you took care of those LV Slugger ones, Ness, did you?
Yep.
All right, we're caught up.
We're caught up. Let's go out to what looks like no more pain. Lethal Keem in Florida. What up? You avail. Florida's Keem, not available. Hamilton, Canada. You avail. No Hamilton.
Yeah, Carlito, I play both, man.
We got Hamilton. What up?
I'm here. Yo, yeah. So as for the Joshua fight, yeah, they're just trying to keep Joshua's name in there. That's cool. Hey, Francis, man, you say you're good at volleyball, bro. Come to the Hammer. July 1st, man. We get down, bro. We get down.
Volleyball challenge.
Where's that exactly? On Main Street?
No. Kenilworth and Maine.
Kenilworth and Maine. All right, I'm there. Say less.
All right. That's my call.
That's his call. Thank you for calling in. All right. That looks like Coach Myers on the boomerang.
Coach Myers.
Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, champ. What you want?
Why you stay bringing up amateur fights, yo? Why you stay bringing up amateur fights? Keyshawn was about to get at you, man.
Nah, because the Andy Cruz dude, he was like 100 and something, only had like 13 losses. Sound like he's a really good dude from Cuba. So I was just curious. But y'all didn't answer that question about that Eddie Hearn, the new network deal. Like, does that have to be, like, for example, if he wanted to announce the fight next week, but the Sky deal ends this summer, like, does the network deal have to be in place at the time of signing for the fight? Like, how does that work?
Nah, man, because the fight ain't got nothing to do with the network. They sign the fight, then they shop it to the network. You know?
I got you. That was just my question.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, we got AJ Fury done, you know, what you willing to pay, because we'll take this to ESPN. Remember that AJ's contract doesn't mean he got to fight on DAZN. So if DAZN don't step up to the plate, they're going to see AJ walk over to ESPN and take the fight full face, you know? AJ's on a fight-by-fight. If Eddie Hearn made an interview about that a long time ago, saying that he did it specifically so that AJ could be free to do the big fight because his goal is undisputed. But that is all the callers, unless the callers on Blog Talk. Press 1. If you don't press 1, you ain't going to be having no fun.
I didn't see anybody on there. Did somebody pop up?
Yeah, but he ain't press 1. He ain't press 1 anyway. Ness GTO.
He ain't press 1, then we done.
Ness GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Let's go.
Yo, at Mario McGee on Twitter, at Mario McGee on Instagram. Peace.
Yeah, you know you can catch me, man. I'm Francis, the praying mantis, all the way from Canada. Catch me at Nexus Sports Talk, NEXUP Sports Talk. Also, the Weigh-In Boxing on IG or the Weigh-In on YouTube. Appreciate y'all very much. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of things on the calendar. Keep it locked. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out. Peace, y'all.
You already know this is the Boxing Voice. Nestor Gibbs, Mario Munguia, Doyen Francis, and yours truly, Alex Doomsday Linus on IG, Twitter, Alex Linus TBV, TikTok. I got some moves back again, and you already know if you haven't hit that bell, you ain't shaking with us when we go live. So make sure you click on that and hit the subscribe button if you like what you were listening to. And if you're interested in becoming a member of this channel, look at the link on the video description, and it will say join this channel. Click on that, and you'll be directed over to the 3 tiers we offer. Pick whatever you choose. Much benefits and perks like the emojis and the badge icons you see on the chat. Let's go, champ. We'll be back. You know we are the Breakfast Club, lunch and dinner of boxing. Cheers.
All right. Peace out.